Right, everyone, WeaponCollector here. So I just noticed I'm not wearing my merch t-shirt. So I may have to go and put it on. And I've not put my camera in the right place either. But yeah, hello everyone. That's a lot lower than normal, isn't it? I think. Is that better? Seems extremely pointed down. Doesn't really matter. I'll be here. I'm just changing my t-shirt to my merch t-shirt. You right, Brandon? There it is. These are available if anyone wants them. Yeah, I knew there was something wrong. You know when you feel like you've forgotten to do something. Can you hear me all right, everyone? Right, Liam? Right there, love? Better. Putting my merchandise t-shirt on. Right, Pete? You right, Paul? You right, Charlie? Yeah. Oh, God, this is really warm. Been in the dryer. Yeah. The t-shirt I've just put on is hot. Fuck me, that's horrible. Right, Zed. Yeah, so I bought some stuff with the Patreon money. Brandon said, do you do kids march? I don't know what that means, mate. You have to explain that to me. Bought some stuff with the Patreon money. So I'll show you the little things first. This ain't all of it. So I got a bit of epoxy stuff just to see what it's like. Some needles for the leatherworking stuff. Some thread for the leatherworking stuff. Oh, the t-shirt. Why? What's funny about that? Right, Will. Yeah, I'm all right, mate. This machete will be turned into a Cold Steel Civil War Bowie. So you know the Cold Steel one. I'll show you just. So the blade will be like that. Obviously not that bit. So that's what the blade's going to be like. And the guard will be like that. So that would be like that. Oh, he's laughing about the hot fucking t-shirt, yeah. And the handle will be like that. So it'll essentially be and the blade will be blued as well. So I'll get rid of that paint and it'll be blued. So it'll essentially be a budget Cold Steel 1917 Bowie, and I've decided to call it the 2020 COVID Bowie. That's just one thing I've got. I'll show you the rest in a minute. What I've been spending the Patreon money on for videos. So that's that. I'll just catch up with the comments quickly. Oh, and I bought some of these, but they're too bloody long. And the thread is only like 5mm in the end, but I'll be able to use them. I only bought 10 deliberately to make sure if they didn't fucking work, it wouldn't matter. Itchy back now. Brandon said, when do you be doing a giveaway? I haven't got anything planned, but yeah, maybe one day for like 40,000 subscribers or something. Dear love said, I'll email you tomorrow. That's all good, mate. No rush. You just get hold of me when you're ready, mate. I'm always here. Liam said had a headache and a shoulder ache for the last 10 minutes or so. No clue what caused it. That's weird, isn't it? I'm glad you said you was getting on with your new bed, though. Yeah, that's good. It's nice when you get a new bed. I hadn't, at one point, the bed I've got now is amazing. It's nothing special, but compared to what I had before, I was to sleep on this shitty sofa bed for about 5 or 6 years. And then before that, I had a mattress that was so fucked that it had to have blankets stuffed in it because all the springs had gone and it was touching the wood. When I got this bed, even to this day, I've had it 3 or 4 years, I think, even to this day, when I lay on this bed, I still say, oh man, this is a lovely bed. Because it's so nice compared to the ones I've had for like the last 15 years. And it's only just a normal bed. Charles said, do I own any firearms? No, all my stuff is either DX, replicas, that kind of stuff. All the stuff you can have without a license. SRS Power, you right, Sam? How's your day been going? Just shot a rabbit earlier at 110 metres. Nice, that's decent distance, isn't it? With 2-2 rimfire. Yeah, that's very good. Yeah, nice one, Sam. Yeah, that's a hell of a distance, really, isn't it? T2 Coin Seeker, right, mate? Liam said, yeah, woke up today about back pain. Yeah, it's nice, isn't it, when you get a good bed? So the other thing I got, and I say this ain't all of it, but this is just what's arrived. I ordered another one of these. This is what I made that survival knife out of recently. This one is going to be a poor man's K-bar or a homemade K-bar. So the plans for this are, I'll show you the designs. So this is the basic outline for it. I'm going to try to do the fuller, but you can see that would fit on there perfectly. So there's the K-bar sort of blade and the guards, and then there's the handle, which will be leather with a metal pommel. So yeah, that should be an all right sort of homemade K-bar that would cost you, you know, about 20 quid altogether, maybe 25 quid if you bought everything. I won't be buying the wood. Well, it's not wood handle anyway, but I'll have to buy the leather for the sheath and the handle. Liam also said, seems a hard style surface suits me more than a soft mattress. Yeah, it must be what you're more used to, isn't it? But you have to get the right thing for what you prefer, isn't it? Brandon said he's got BB guns. That's a BB gun, that's a BB gun, and that's a BB gun. And then lastly, which I'm really looking forward to doing. Did I say hello, Peach? Yeah, I did, didn't I? I got this fucking beast. So that I'm going to turn that into a Dundee Bowie replica. You can see the size of that. I'll knock that guard off and make my own. Charles, I suppose you don't get into clay pigeon just for the shotguns. Well, the good thing is, Charlie, if I wanted to, I could probably shoot shotguns tomorrow. But in all honesty, I'm too fucking lazy. But my cousin's got 12 bore and 410s, and they're a air rifle that's like 30 foot-pound or something. Yeah, he's got firearms license, whatever it would be for that, and the shotgun licenses. And I have gone with him before. He's always saying to me, do you want to come shooting? As I say, half the time, I'm very, very antisocial. I could go tomorrow if I wanted to, or whenever. The Pagan King, you right, mate? He said, how you doing? I'm good. Pagan King said, can't wait to see that made. Jumbleside Boot, you right, mate? Lovely sword you got as a gift. Yeah, was it? You said it was it a gift or did you buy it? But yeah, that's very nice, Riggs. That looks similar to my one. I think what they do with those, I think they switch up the sort of handles, the guards, and the sheaves, you know, the scabbards on them. But I think a lot of them are essentially the same thing. But yeah, that looks really nice, Riggs. That looks like a proper nice katana. Yeah, I was going to reply. I hadn't had a chance yet. Not many people on tonight, is there? Can you hear me all right and all that? Yeah, what you're orbing at, I've not really done anything today. Because of the kids being off school, I've been out to babysit my niece and nephews on certain days. And yeah, a lot of the time it's today. And then when their mum and dad get home or come here, they're here till like 8 at night. Yeah. Cheers, Ed. Right, Brian. So yeah, it means I ain't done anything. I was tempted. I did get tempted today to go and cut that tip off. Can you see the line all right? Yeah, that should, because I'll tell you why I like these as well. I know I could have got another machete. These are ever so slightly thicker than your standard machete. You only buy probably about 1/2 mil, but it makes a little bit of a difference. Yeah, and I'm going to blue that blade as well. I'm going to blue it. So the blade on that will be blued and the guard will be blued. You all right, Oliver? You all right, RDP? How you doing, Rob? Yes, I've not done anything today either. Too damn much. You're saying that I know there's quite a few people who sort of come home early from work. RDP said, "Is that the hand of the last fucker who broke into your house?" You should know what that is if you've been watching my videos. All of you should know what both those things are. No, I know you're joking anyway, Rob. Yes, it is. Dad said I watched the latest Tremors film. Any good? I'll tell you what I've done. I've been going through lists of the best horrors of the last 100 years or whatever it would be, last century. I don't think they go right back, but you know what I mean? Well, it's 2020, I suppose, 1920. And downloading and getting a load of those that I've never watched. But I've also lost nearly all my hard drive broke. I've lost loads of films. The films don't really bother me so much because at least I can replace them. But I've got a couple, maybe 3 or 4 TV series on there that aren't on DVD, or if they are, they're very hard to get. Very expensive. that there is technically my hand. If anyone wants to watch my interactive movie where you get to see that and that, I'll put a link on for you. Just got to get to my channel quickly. Just make sure you watch all the endings. If you don't watch all the endings, you won't get to see either of these. Oh, is it dead? Yeah. Well, that don't sound too bad then. Yeah, I know what you mean. Probably not nothing special, but not too bad. Yeah, sounds all right. I'll be honest with you. I think I've only seen the first 2 anyway. And there's some spoilers there for you then, Rob. You better get watching it. It's only 35 minutes long. Pete said it's a good watch. Cheers, mate. Brian said the interactive movies were great fun. RDP said I'm watching them interactive videos a bit at a time. Right, Stug. T2 said I've been working hard and sweating like an idiot, rectifying other garage bodge jobs because the customers won't go back there. Ah, bloody hell. Well, at least you're getting their work, I suppose. But yeah, I know what you mean. Ain't very fucking fun, is it? In fact, I was glad in the end that the kids was here because I would have gone in the shed today and I would have been fucking sweating my fucking bollocks off. Jamie said, where was you on Sunday? You wasn't on. I had to sit and talk to Miss. I did say I might be on. You got to remember, if I say might, there's no guarantee. Poor old Jamie. Jack Rock, you're right, mate. He said, how long did it take your channel to get monetized? Mine's been demonetized for about 8 years. It took me quite a while to get monetized. I'll tell you what, though, in the early days of YouTube, it was very easy to get monetized. I think I don't think you had to do a lot. No, I'm completely demonetized. I can't have a single bit of money from YouTube, and I've never had any money from YouTube. Stug says, looks like a real chainsaw for me. It looks good, really, don't it? Yeah. I know I made that myself. I think I did quite a good job on that. That is literally just blocks of wood. The actual blade of the chainsaw is a real blade of the chainsaw. But the rest of it is shower curtain poles, bits of wood, a lid off a Coke bottle, a lid off a jar. Yeah, I've done all right, really, for what that is. And that's a bloody rubber glove stuffed with toilet roll, painted with paint that you paint your walls. RDP said, they're not spoilers for me, as I know you have a lot of tools of the trade. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Right, Bristol. Right, Bob. He said, Bristol said, hey up, everyone. And Bob said, hello, Mike. Hello, all. Wishing you a happy weekend. Yeah, and you. Well, this will be my happy weekend. Not tonight, though, but tomorrow. So here's an early warning for you. I won't be on tomorrow because I should be drinking those. Don't tell Boosted, I'll have to do a video of the blank fire and snaps. Oh, sorry, I forgot about the bloody Sten as well. I was too busy thinking about the bloody katana rigs. Blank fire and Sten on full auto. Just got to go someplace away from people. Yeah, or it might not end well for me. Yeah, that would be very interesting to see that. People would love to see that. I wouldn't mind seeing it, Riggs. Kaylin, you're right. Said, what is your most expensive weapon? That there, the Chinese model Type 86S bullpup rifle, if it could be sold, or possibly that sword. Or depends. It depends how famous I am. Maybe one of my knives I made. Joking. Zach Attacks said, love the interactive music. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, I'll be honest, I was quite happy with that in the end. I was very happy with people's responses to it. I am glad people liked it. Quite a lot of people said they liked the music. The only thing I wasn't happy with, it was a bit of a fuck up. I realised on a couple of videos afterwards, my voice wasn't loud enough. But it was because of the camera was set up. You can't see, there it is. I'd accidentally set up my camera with the microphone too low. So it wasn't, and I had to bump my voice up as high as the editor could possibly do it. Still wasn't loud enough. But other than that, it was good, and I don't think anyone. Bob said cheers, Mike. Yes, cheers. Cheers, Bob. Yeah. That's what I'll be doing tomorrow. That'll all be gone in one go. Well, not in one go, but in the evening. RDP said, Mike, could you start a new series of videos how to make cheap movie props? Oh, I could do, yeah. Oh, you could start, yeah. Yeah. I probably, well, maybe, yeah. Yeah. I suppose I could, couldn't I? And as long as it's sort of weapon based, people would like that kind of stuff, wouldn't they? All I've said, every man deserves an art in the booze. There you go. RDP said, I'm drinking my own homebrew mead tonight. Nice. Yeah, bit of mead's quite nice, isn't it? Liam said, did the man with the burned face and the stitched mouth send you that vodka? Possibly. Possibly. Bikini Bandit said, drinking is a waste of time and money. Well, there you go. I know that. I still do it though. Featured World War II weapons. Yeah, I suppose, yeah. Tactical sneaks on. Featured Last of Us 2. That's all of that's a good idea, Peach. Ghost Jesus, right, mate? I hope everyone's liking the stream, by the way. D2 said, I'm sitting with my Jack Daniels enjoying every mouthful. Or regret it tomorrow at work. Yeah, exactly. I often, the day I look forward to having a drink and going out. But the day after, I always think, oh, God. I always sort of regret it and think, oh, I drank too much, which meant I didn't remember half of it, which spoils the night. But well, something to look forward to, isn't it? So I can start making props and selling them on Etsy. Yeah, that's a good idea. Pete said, any weapon you make is the right answer. There you go. Zed said to weapons, I bet that fella with the stitch mouth was really that bastard Zod. Fucking Zod. I forgot about Zod. It could be Zod. Trying to find my list of stuff that I bought with the Patreon money. Yeah, I should be getting some. Oh, I also got some red dye. This came out quite nice in the end. Well, I say red, oxblood. I've got some oxblood dye for the sheaves, so I can do a little bit of different colours now. You can't really tell that on here. That don't look quite as. Looks very dark there, but where's my fucking torch? Oh, it looks slightly better if it's brighter. No, that's too bright, isn't it? Yeah, camera don't really pick it up, but yeah, it's a lovely duck. Red that, you know, oxblood red, and I've got some black because all my sheaves are obviously the same colour, so I thought I'd just mix it up a bit. Yeah, and then I'm gonna try and do a replica of a Civil War Bowie, the really long ones, and replicate the black. They used to have these black sheaves with like a brass tip on the sheath and like a brass mouth, and I bought the brass to do that. Oliver said, "What's the temperature where you are?" It's 88 Fahrenheit in this flat. I'll tell you, it's about 82, so about 28, something like that. 28 degrees Celsius in here. Charlie said, "Well, that movie you done is mental." Good, I took the blue pill. I'll be going back on that. Take the rest. Yes, you definitely watched the rest, Oliver. You've probably seen that's probably like the worst ending there is. There's a lot better endings. Go and watch the other endings. There's endings that include both of these two things in it. Yeah. Blue pill, that's probably the worst. That just wake up and carry on in the day like nothing happened. That's the worst ending there is. Although technically it's a good one because I didn't die. Half the other ones I get killed. Cheers, Peach. Well, I was calling the scabbard to a fucking katana a sheath earlier. You know me, I just call it the most simple thing you can. But cheers. Yeah, I'll be doing some of that. I've got some nice 1mm brass that should fold round. I won't be able to do it properly as in one piece. I'm going to have it folded round and then have the other bit on top of it and rivet the corners. RDP said, "Oh, no spoilers. Some people haven't seen them all yet." You should be going to watch it. You should be watching it by now. I'm disappointed that you hadn't watched it. Peach had to go back and watch it one more that he missed last night when he was on my game stream. And it was the best ending, in my opinion. I did find the arm as well. Oh, no, that's some more of the spoilers. I found the arm as well. I don't think I'll keep the arm in my room because it's actually got real bones sticking out of it. A nice one, Rob. They're quite short. The whole lot is just 35 minutes. You know, some of the endings like 5 minutes long, some of the endings like 1 minute long. It shouldn't take too, you know, it's not overall really long or anything, you know what I mean? And a lot of it you don't need to rewatch. There's 35 minutes worth of footage. Here's the link if anyone wants to watch what I'm on about. Is there a film I keep watching over and over and over? There used to be. There used to be Bad Taste. Bad Taste and Brain Dead and Revenge of Billy the Kid. Nowadays, I don't know. Not really. No, I can't think of anything I watch like normal films. There's some stand-up comedy I watch quite a lot because it helps me get sleep. Yeah. Tactical, I like the ending where the nude woman jumped out to cover it. There you go. So click the link just above that comment, and some of you can try and find the nude woman. I keep watching 28 weeks later. I was trying to think there is a film that I keep thinking to myself, oh, I want to watch that again. But now I can't think what it is. Oh, I get you, Rob. Yeah, that's all right. Well, this is technically one long video. That's what I mean. It's individual videos because you can't do it as one, you know. But it is one long story. So you're better off watching it, you know, in one, I think. But yeah, you do what you want. But it's essentially one story. Do you reckon? I prefer 28 Days Later personally. I would have to watch them both again now, though, to tell you if my opinion is the same. Because I watched 28 Weeks Later, and then I watched 28 Weeks Later years after I watched the first one. Without, yeah, when I watched the second one, it was years after the first one came out, and I didn't watch the first one again and then watch the second one. If that makes sense. 13 hours, is that what you watch quite regularly, do you? Oh, I did like 28 Weeks Later as well, though. I like that joke when there's a joke about it saying that the first one, 28 days or whatever. No, 20, is it 28 hours? That Sandra Bullock film, 28 hours. Nothing like the other two. Cabin in the Woods, yeah, I quite like that, and actually that's worth a second watch as well. So you watch it once, and that's definitely worth watching again, because you'll get, if Cabin in the Woods is the one I'm thinking of, yeah, that is pretty good. Don't give him no spoilers for that, please, because we already spoiled something for Zed recently. Cabin in the Woods is definitely worth watching, and I think once you've watched it, you can watch it again and see it slightly differently. Yeah, I think that's worth watching, Doug, definitely. Oh no, it's called 28 Days. Yes, there's a Sandra Bullock film called 28 Days, but there's a joke about that the other two are a sequel to that, and they're not the same because it's not. It's not to do with it. 13 Ghosts. That's quite. I do like that as well. That's a good film. And I know Liam watched this recently. House on Haunted Hill remake. That's quite good as well. Honestly, I really like Life, the sci-fi film. I'm not sure if anyone else liked it. I don't know if I've seen that one. Who's in that? I've not seen that. It's quite good though from the picture. Babadook, now that's excellent film. Yeah, I like that a lot. Drag Me to Hell, yeah, that's excellent. Pervez, yeah, Babadook, I like that a lot. Liam said, watch 2 films today. One was weird and interesting, but would have been better. Other were very meh. Last night, I watched a film called May, M-A-Y, May, with Angela Bettis in it. I like her as an actress. She's quite a good, she plays that sort of weird, strange girl character very well. She did a TV version of Carrie. And I think her Carrie is probably as good as Sissy Spacek's Carrie. Because she suits that fucking role amazingly, Angela Bettis. You'd know who she is if you look her up. She's in quite a lot of horror films. Yeah, May. That's all right. It wasn't nothing special. It was quite funny. Yeah, it had Anna Faris in it. It was like a strange sort of. She was like a. I don't know how to describe it. She kept coming on to Angela Bettis' character. Well, she's a lesbian, but she was like a always trying to seduce her sort of thing, but in a funny way. Oliver said Liam introduced me to Freds, which is brilliant. Liam said, "Was Repo the genetic opera?" Oh yeah, I know of that, Liam. I never got around to watching that in the end. But I know of Repo, the genetic opera, because they had that on the Horror Channel, and I wanted to watch it, but I never got around to it. And that's one of those things that I never remember about it. You know what I mean? To look it up. I'll look up Matt Oliver. I've got a load of films today. I'll tell you what they are in a minute. Boo said, yeah, House on Haunted Hill, 13 Ghosts are both made by Dark Castle. They are very similar and very good, aren't they? Yeah. Did someone say about a remake of Fred's? Oh, remake of Fred's would be, yeah, it would. Although I don't know. I'll tell you why I like why Fred's is good. It's of its era, and I think it probably looks better than it looks. Like if you remade Fred's for today, would it work? I don't know. Because we haven't got. Well, I suppose we do have the same fret, don't we? But it wasn't like then. You know, the fret of that kind of stuff was very real then. It was a lot more than it is now. And I think remaking it in that date wouldn't look the same. Does that make sense? Because it's set in them days, it looks like it would have, sort of thing. But yeah, I think a remake of Fred's would be good. Yeah, new marbles. I got a couple, John. So I got marbles machete that I'm going to turn into a bowie. Can you see the blade shape there? And have a nice guard on it. And I also got this. I'm going to turn this one into a bowie. Dundee bowie, sorry. You can see the size of that. Dundee bowie. It is a bowie. You know what I mean? It's going to be an imitation of the Dundee bowie. Yeah, modern traffic would look shit. That's what I was sort of getting at, Liam. It wouldn't look right nowadays, would it? Unless you made it, you know, set today with today's frets, I don't think they would look as good. And because it's of its era, you watch it and it's of the time it was set, sort of thing, you know, or a little bit later. I think it perfectly suits it, if that makes sense. But yeah, they could do better effects than that now. Yeah, it'd be a PCA remake. Yeah, fuck's sake, hasn't it? So I'll tell you the films I got today. So I got The Vanishing, which I've wanted to watch for fucking ages. That's supposed to be really good. A lot of these are quite old. Henry, Portrait of a Serial Killer, which I've never got around to watching. Dressed to Kill, The Fury, Let's Scare Jessica to Death, Dust Devil, The Reflecting Skin, Spring, The Autopsy of Jane Doe, which got Brian Cox in, Liam, if you haven't seen that. The Evil Within, The Ritual, May, that's last night, Detention, Tigers Are Not Afraid. Yeah, so I've got quite a few to watch now. So if anyone says got any films to watch, yeah, none of those I've seen as well, so no spoilers. Yeah, I've never seen The Fury, but they're films I've wanted to watch for ages, and it's just good to get on these things and see a list of people recommending them. Yeah, Henry, Portrait of a Serial Killer. I should have seen that years ago. So I've read loads of stuff about him, and yeah, the internet. I heard of that, but not seen it. Jane Doe. Yeah, I didn't know. I didn't know Brian Cox was in it, but so as soon as I saw him in it, I'll definitely watch that now. Yeah, Dust Devil. I know a little bit about, Riggs, so I'll watch that. Matt, you right, mate? He said Henry is great, but especially the Rev salesman scene. Dear Love said, have you heard of the film called Superstition? It's an old film, but got banned at the time. I'm not sure, Dear Love. Let me just quickly check and I'll see. Because there's quite a few films I know, but I don't know them by the name, if that makes sense. No, I don't think I have seen that. Or have I? No, I don't know. I'll look into that. That's quite good. I'm looking at some like pictures. Yeah. Oh, TV salesman. I think there was going to be a Fallout. Yes, I heard that about the Fallout series. Yeah. Yeah, Otis. Yeah, Otis. What's his name? Yeah, Otis Tall on it. Yeah. That was a film club time after you've watched. You know, yeah, definitely. The film club will definitely 100% come back. It's just I've been a bit. It's just laziness, really. The original I Spit on Your Grave. Grave. I have seen that. Yeah. There's loads of them now. They've remade them as well. T2 said, if you haven't seen Eden Lake, I have seen. I must rewatch that. Yeah, it would. It makes you angry, don't you? I understand that. It does. Yeah. Yeah, I totally understand what you're saying there, D2. No, when I looked up superstition, it looks familiar, but I don't think I've seen it. Jim, you right, mate? Good to see you on. He said, evening, all how's it going? Fuck this, eat, send me to Norway. Yeah, exactly. Horrible, isn't it? I forgot to say I got a fan on if anyone can hear it. I got to have it on though. I wouldn't be fucking out sitting here if I didn't. So yeah, there'll be plenty of films for me to watch soon. Which does mean though I may be having Sundays and Thursdays off of game streams, the people who watch me. So I can actually watch some of these films. Because the problem is I normally when I would watch a film is when I'm live streaming a game. So I may start having regularly Sundays. I know I don't always do, I very rarely do Sundays anyway, don't I? But I might start doing regularly missing Sundays and Thursdays to watch a film. Just so you don't know who watched that, like Peach, Richard, Tactical, Liam. Yeah, it's good when you can look forward to summer. I'll tell you the one I'm looking forward to the most out of them ones I read out, Liam. They're supposed, one of them, all of them are supposed to be good films anyway. But I'm quite looking forward to The Vanishing. Well, actually, Dust Devil's supposed to be pretty good as well. So The Evil Within is supposed to be a strange one. The Evil Within is supposed to have took, I think, 15 years to make, and the bloke who made it died before he finished it. So they finished it for him. And he was related, look it up. He's related to some very famous people, but not in the film industry. John Paul Getty, he was related to. But it filmed the same actor. So the same actor is in it as a child and as an adult. Yeah. And it's very weird, supposedly. Heroin with ease. What's going on? You're right. Just having a chat about anything you want. Zed said, I finally picked up a copy of The Omen from Poundland. I haven't seen it for years. You know what I haven't? And I'm tempted to get all of them. But weirdly enough, I've seen them. But The Omen, well, I've seen the first two, I think. I don't think I've ever seen the third. Or is it The Exorcist I'm on about? One of them, the third one of them is supposed to be a really good, like a horror classic. With some really good, like, deaths and horrible sort of scenes in it. Like proper classic stuff that hadn't been seen before. And I can't remember if it's The Exorcist 3 or The Omen 3. Might be The Exorcist 3. Is there an Exorcist 3? I think that's the one then, Liam. Yeah, I think it's that. Yeah, that's supposed to be like a rare, very good sequel and a very good horror in its own right. Probably a bit like well, I was gonna say, yeah, a bit like Halloween 3, but Halloween 3 is very a lot of people hate it, don't they? But if you watch it in its own right, that's a decent film. You know, I'll tell you what, I'll just Google it quickly and I'll have a look because I know if it shows a certain scene. Yeah, it is that. It's Halloween 3. Not Halloween. It's Exorcist 3 because there's a picture that I recognise as soon as I go on it. Yeah, it's Exorcist 3. I've got my own little Halloween thing on here for when people used to talk too much about stuff that I didn't want to talk about. I haven't used it for ages.
For God's sake, please stop it. There's no more time. You've got to, please stop it. Stop it now. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it.
That's what I used to play if I wanted people to shut up about certain topics. I don't really need to use it anymore, though. Yeah, Dead Man's Shoe is one of my favourite films. I love that. 64 System. Yeah, there you go. I just played. Yeah. RDP said, what do you think of the first Sin City? I like it. Yeah. He said, I really like the small multiple stories within the film and also the black and white splashes of colour. Yeah, I'm actually quite a fan of that, Rob. Yeah, I really like him since he's very well made, very well done, unusual. Yeah, I like that a lot. That is a really good film, actually. John Patel said, I'm one of those who think Halloween 3 is one of the best of the franchise. All the others are generic. You're right there, though. They are a bit, and that one's very different. Yeah, when people used to go on and on about things I didn't want to talk about, I used to play that. I've not played it for years, but I've got that on my phone deliberately to yeah. Daryl said, Mike, if you could choose any funny character, a celeb, to be Prime Minister of the UK, who would it be? My first thought was Eddie Hitler then, before I even thought about it. But I don't know. If I think about it, I don't know. Yeah, Eddie from Eddie from Bottom. That is Eddie Hitler is from Bottom. That was what popped into my head instantly. I don't know. Yeah, that was my instant pick. Yeah, Limmy would be good. Yeah. Once a Dead Man's Shoes is another one of those films you watch over and over. Matt said, would you fight the backwards talking dwarf in Twin Peaks Black Lives, Mike? If you had to fight on your knees? Possibly, yeah, because I've probably got longer reach than him. Easily double weight advantage. But is he supernatural? I don't know. Wake said, I've changed my YouTube name, Mike. By the way, it's Charlie. All right, nice one. All right, Charlie. RDP said, yeah, the original film was brilliant. Such an original storyline. Leo said, don't laugh. Don't be any worse than Boris. Fuck's sake. Wakey said, have I watched Snatch? Yeah, I got Snatch up there on DVD. Yeah, I've got all of the old Guy Pearce films. I ain't had any of his like last 3 or 4 films, I don't think. But I've got Lock, Stock, Snatch, Revolver, and what's the other one? Rock and Roller. Rock and Roller's a bit weird though. It's all right. Yeah, no, Snatch is excellent. Yeah, I've got an old Spaz 12 up there. And saying about Lock, Stock's probably what inspired me to buy a Bren gun originally. But I did have a Bren gun once. I had to sell it though. Jim said there's a great YouTube channel called Soft White Underbelly. Did a short doc about the inbred hillbilly family called the Whitakers. Scarier than any horror movie I've ever seen. You know what, Jim? I think I've seen that in my recommendations. Because both the name of that channel and the Whitakers rings a bell to me. Yeah. But all of that kind of stuff's very fucking interesting. Do you know what, Rob? I've never seen Layer Cake yet. That's one of those I've always been always wanting to get round to, never have. Gerald, I've said a classic horror is Horror Express. It's got all the greats in, even as Kojak. Do you know what? I've never seen that. Is that worth watching? Yeah, I bet it is, Jim. A lot of them things are fascinating. Wasn't there some Scottish family, hundreds of years ago that was going around murdering and eating people? Oh, so all right, is it, Pete? Yeah, not Snatch, though, yeah. Is that who that is, Liam? Yeah. Oh, nice one, Jim. Have I watched Pulp Fiction? Yes, mate. We've got that up there. Up there, you won't be able to see it unless I hold a mirror up, is my gangster and western DVDs. I'll hold a mirror up, see if you can see it. I'll try and get the reflection of the DVDs for it. Yeah, look. See there? That's all my gangster and westerns there. And that is just there. And just there's my Horror Zone crossbow, my dartboard. And then up the top's even more DVDs all the way up there. All over the fucking place. Black Hawk Down, never seen that. I was never really into a lot of the sort of Iraq War war films. Oh, is that what that's based on, Liam? You said The Hills of Eyes was based on. I did not know that. Yeah, Straw Dogs is good. You ever seen the remake? It's terrible, but the original's pretty good. Matt said, Mike, can I star in your next Bandersnatch film as an arse, a killer dressed as a Little Red Riding Hood with a V for Vendetta mark? I assume. Oh yeah, the ass and ass. Yeah, I think you mean. I'm going to read that how you meant to put it. Mike, can I star in your next Bandersnatch film as an assassin, a killer dressed as Little Red Riding Hood with a V for Vendetta mask on? Do you know what? We was actually talking about that last night on my live stream, on my game stream. Yes, you can if you want, because it would get other characters in. So we can actually do that. Charlie said, I have a thing on my PC called Plex. Can install all new and old films and stuff. It's been nice one. Yeah, stuff like that's very handy, isn't it? RDP said, Mike, when you see it, you will see Daniel Craig pretending to be James Bond. Then not long after that, you got part of James Bond. Ah, nice. Oh, there you go. I always thought Clive Owen would be a good James Bond. Zed Not Z said to Oliver, that film made me laugh when they went out about the militias. They were drug gangs. Oh, Black Hawk Down. Yeah, I've never seen it. I've never watched any Iraq war films. Well, I watched what's that explodes? You know, when he's the bomb disposal bloke. I didn't like that. Weapons upstairs, as an inbred cannibal family attacking travellers. Obviously, the beings were Scottish, not living on a nuclear test site. Pizza, I'm going to be in it because I said so. It was your idea, wasn't it? So Matt said I'm up for it. Hurt Locker, yeah, I didn't like Hurt Locker. RDP said, Mike, when you see Leia, I read that, yeah, you'll see him pretending to be James Bond. And not long after he got the part of James Bond. But here's my interactive movie if you haven't seen it, anyone. Get fucking watching it. Make sure you watch all 9 endings because you'll spoil it for yourself if you don't. Because you'll end up watching the bloody blue pill ending and not watch the fucking rest. Dude, and this is one thing I would say: do not judge the rest of the endings on the very simple endings because some of them are quite involved. Started American Sniper is good, but yeah, never seen that either. RDP, yeah, Clive Owen would make a good Bond. He had a small role in the first Bourne. I did not know that. Yeah, I think Clive Owen would have made a great James Bond, but he might be too old now for today's audiences. You know, I know he's probably younger than Roger Moore was at the time, but I think Clive Owen would have made a great Bond. He don't seem like he's ever been in the calling for it. I think his name used to get mentioned, though. You know, when they was going on about who's going to be the next Bond. T2 said, as a kid, I watched Legend of Boggy Creek. Scared me big time. Watched it a while back. It had the same effect. It was good for a trip down memory lane. Yeah, it is good watching these old films. Oliver said, how about 0.30? Very intelligent. No, again, never seen that. I have seen Fred's, though. Yeah, I've seen Fred's. And on my hard drive, I had a nice HD, well, sort of HD copy. Matt said, we fucking loved it like last night. Watched all the endings. Nice one, Matt. Yeah, tell Stacey, actually, if she's not on, tell Stacey that she asked me what the reference was to the black hands was. The dirty hands. The dirty hands was my way of saying that dream was real. Because if he woke, and it just to prove that you got dirty hands, I put it in another scene. So every time you touch that box, your hands get dirty. So to prove that dream was actually real, when he woke up, or when I woke up, I had dirty hands, just to show that I really did do that bit and it wasn't a dream. That's all it was. Probably didn't need that reference, but Darren, I said 1972. I was only 4 years old, and the Horror Express scared the crap out of me. Watched it the other day I noticed all the stuff hidden in the movies, even aliens, satanic ships. I'll have to watch that then, dear love. I'll just copy that now. Right, I'll bookmark that. I'll bookmark the Wikipedia for it, and then just so it reminds me. Charlie said, got an idea for you. Go on, let me know, mate. Oliver said, Roger Moore will always be the ultimate Bond. Yeah, I agree there, mate. I agree there. 64 Systems said, Freds and War Games are two very good films. War Games I've never seen. But Freds, yeah, I've got it. Oliver said, Where Eagles Dare. Yeah, that's Liam's favourite one, I think. I have seen Zulu, and in fact, I was talking to my mum about Zulu today or yesterday. Matt said, she's not on. She's at a barbecue around the corner. I'll tell her her hand thing was a nice duck. Yeah, she commented about it, so I'll write it to her later, but I just thought, you know what I mean? But yeah, I'll message her later because she did comment about that. She said she liked it, though. A lot of people, a couple of my relatives watched it, really liked it as well. Quite surprised with the special effects as well, because if you don't know how they're done, it can be a bit surprising. You know, green screen and that, because a lot of people, if you don't know nothing about that kind of stuff, they don't expect you to have green screens in that. Liam said, The Night, House of the Long Shadows is a good one with Cushion and Price and Lee. James said, Kelly's Heroes. That's Clint Eastwood, and I've never seen that. Actually, while I'm here, that's reminded me of another film I was talking about earlier that I want to get. I'll just bookmark the Wikipedia for it. Right, that's that done. Yeah, there are. It's up there, look, Matt. Yeah, I'll tell you what, I enjoyed doing that. That was a good fucking scene. That was. I love doing things like that. And then burning it was quite good. That's definitely the best ending. Wake said, ideas get very cheap weapons from Amazon, eBay, and do a durability test. Oh, I suppose I could. I don't know if I could bring myself to do that though. if other people want to pay for the weapons, I might. But I think that is a good idea, and people would like to watch that kind of stuff because people do watch that kind of stuff, don't they? Bravo 20, I've not seen yet, but I want to. Yeah, because I love any SAS stuff. I had all the SAS. I searched for all the SAS films you could get. There aren't many. There's only about 6. Jim said that interactive film was brilliant. Why not merge the next one with your famous style subscriber input? Get us to send in clips, and viewers can choose which ones you go for the next episode. Well, yeah, that's a good idea, Jim. The funny thing is that actually got mentioned last night. Because I was mentioning about how it's quite hard for me to do a lot of the scenes. So I have to do both bits, and it involved having to fucking do a green screen or through the eyes footage. Yeah, I could probably get you lot to film bits. Yeah, definitely. I do think that's a good idea, and it means I can have extra characters in it then. Right, Gas Goblin. Carl said, do you have airsoft stuff or any air guns? I've got air rifles. That's an air rifle there. I've got 2 really good air rifles that could be used for hunting. Airsoft, that's airsoft, and that gun there is airsoft. Yeah, and I've got proper air rifles and proper air pistols. RDP said, okay, really good World War II films. As mentioned, Eagles Dare, Where Eagles Dare, Guns of Navarone, Bridge Too Far, Escape. Yeah, Great Escape, Dambuster's Tour. Yes, loads there. The Sparrow, right, mate? He said your interactive vid was thoroughly entertaining. I think still got 4 endings. Keep watching, because there's some endings, Sparrow, that are better than others. Some are very generic, just a quick ending. Some are like 5-minute long endings and have a lot involved. Put it this way, have you seen those 2 things yet? Because if you haven't, you're missing out. Phantasm, T2, it's a phantasm of a film I was nagged my dad to let me watch when I was a kid. I think that's all right. It gets people say that's excellent. I've never got around to watching the others yet. I liked the first one though, but I didn't think it was amazing though. Obviously, I still need to see your interactive film, but definitely, yeah, watch it. You'll like it. Liam said, "Fuck's sake, now the room's heating up again. My headache is getting worse." Alex Saint, you right, mate? He said, "You're all right. Didn't get notification. Ah, that's a shame." But yeah, you're on now, aren't you? Everyone like the stream, please, by the way. Liam said he might head off soon. Hopefully you're all right and your headache goes, Liam. Matt said, "What bit your hand in the box in the loft? Was it a gremlin on crack?" The funny thing is, someone else said a gremlin. Put it this way, I don't actually know because I never looked myself, but it was definitely supernatural. It wasn't of this world. Put it that way. The Phantasm was overhyped to me. All right, I think it was overhyped to me as well, Liam. I just thought it was all right. I think it was overhyped to me. When I watched it, I was like, well, yeah. And the weird thing is, there's loads of them, isn't there? But it ends like they can't carry it on at the end of that. So I don't know what they do in the second one to bring it back. Carl said, right. Take it you had yours before the Yukara stuff came out and you didn't need the Yukara." Exactly, yes. Yeah, I've had all mine years and years and years and years. Yeah, Fury, I've never seen that. You'll be surprised. There's quite a few World War II films I've not seen. I'm quite picky with World War II films. I quite like the old Vietnam War films because with the Vietnam War films, you know what you're getting. The problem with a lot of World War II films, depending on who's making them, they seem to forget that, some forget that the Americans was in it. Some seem to forget that the fucking British was in it from day fucking one, pretty much, and it sort of spoils it for me when these things go like that. But yeah, with Vietnam, you know what you're going to get. Lamb mayo, you right, mate? Who was saying something about Wakey? Charlie, what did you mean by do YouTube still bully you? As in, they don't really bully me. If I don't know, explain what you mean by that. Like, give me an example. Yeah, Platoon, I like. Apocalypse Now, but I especially like Apocalypse Now Redux, which is Apocalypse Now with like 45 minutes added onto it. Carl said, "Can you sell them to anyone?" I don't think I can. I don't think I can sell them. Kenjiro, you're right, mate. Oh, so the second and third ones are better, are they? All right, I'll check them out still then. Alex said, talking about films, you should make a trench club. I've had a couple of trench clubs, but I destroyed them just in case, and I wasn't sure of the legality at the time. When I find out the definite legality, I think they are still legal, but I wasn't sure at the time. And they was the kind of things I could make again in like 10 minutes. So I said, I went to sleep part of the way through Phantasm. I never watched the rest of it. Doesn't seem worthwhile. It sent you to sleep. Yeah, exactly. That's what he said. Yeah, Dog Soldiers. We was on about that last week. Yeah. Liam said, "Oh, fuck's sake, now both my left and right shoulders are aching." Oliver, yeah, I totally 100% agree with you there. Yeah, I love Apocalypse Now Redux. My God, I can sit there. I love that. What's that? Nearly 3 hours long, I think, isn't it? And I don't think there's a single boring bit in it. Yes, wait, yeah, Charlie, here it is. I'll link to it again. Click this link and go and watch it and then come back or watch it afterwards. This is my film I made, interactive film. I hope that's a link to it anyway. Is that link working? Oh, for fuck's sake, what is going on there? All right, here you go. This is the fucking link. This one should work. But you'll have to skip back because it's going to be 8 seconds in. Matt said, "Mike, have you heard of the film Charlie 23? No, never heard of that. No, you'll be, as I said, yeah, what is that about then? Let me just open that up. Let me see. Funny thing is, nothing comes up. Oh, all right, yeah, all right. That's not that's not Chinese, is it? Not Chinese, whatever whatever it would be. Fucking Vietnamese, fucking Chinese. Make myself look like a fucking knob sometimes. What I mean is it following Vietnamese or is it following the Americans? Because there's a Vietnamese film where they're that's American. Where there's a similar thing where they're being followed by a cameraman. Alex Saint, he said, "Good day so far." Yeah, it's been all right, mate. It's been all right. Yeah, just boiling fucking hot. Street Deezy said, "America." Kenjiro said, "Yeah, Phantasm 1 is very boring. Haven't seen the sequels in ages, but the second and third one, guarantee you will like." Heard Brad Pitt was trying for the role. He got turned down, huh? Bloody hell. I'll check them out then, Kenjiro. Now you've said they're good. RDP said, Apocalypse, the scene where the locals cut the heads off the ox. It's real. It was a festival when they were having a crew. We're not invited, but some hid in the foliage. Yeah, you can tell that's real when you watch it, can't you? Oh, yeah, go on, Liam. Liam said, watched any good low-budget horrors recently? The one I saw one a month ago called Jack in the Box. It was a low-budget UK one. I thought it was pretty good. The only low-budget one I've seen is that May. It was just called May, Liam. I'll tell you when it was made. 2002. It's just called May. Yeah. 2002, American psychological horror film written and directed by Lucky McKee in his directorial debut. Yeah, pretty good. I quite enjoyed it. Yeah, just called May. So look up May 2002 then. Jack in the Box, I've recognised that, but then that's the thing anyway, isn't it? Look that up quickly so I've seen it. Oh, no, I've definitely not seen that. No, yeah. D2 said, been watching a series called Prodigal Son. Very good. Keeps me wanting to watch the next episode. No, so that's good. That's good. That said, I think Full Metal Jacket is a great Vietnam film, personally. Second only to Apocalypse Now. Yeah, I do like Full Metal Jacket. I do like that. That's like it's like two films in one almost, isn't it? Zack Attack said, probably my favourite Vietnam War film is Full Metal Jacket. Yeah, I think mine would be Apocalypse Now, Redux, Platoon, and then Full Metal Jacket. Alex said it, Mike, is there a weapon you have not made? Only the illegal ones, probably. Don't know, there must be something. Liam said, I think I ended up liking Jack in the Box more than I would have, as the filming location looked like a museum near me. It wasn't very similar museum layout. Yeah, I know what you mean by that. You can sort of relate to it a bit much, can't you? Like you've almost sort of been there, sort of thing. I think it's low budget horror. There's a UK one called Howl. Yeah, on the train. Yeah, I keep wanting to get that. Rob, I might have to get that then. That sounds good, that does. System said Full Metal Jacket is like two films in one, being a comedy. There you go. Exactly what I said. System, yeah. Matt said, Mike, Thursday, a Russian film called Come and See. Real horses die in it. It was a USSR film, 1986. All right, I'll check that out. Jamie said, I was involved in the Harry Potter films because I work at Firework and Pyrotechnic Company. I did a lot of special effects in the film series. Oh, nice one. Nice one. RDP said Full Metal Jacket was filmed in London, of all places. The big scene where they're pinned down at Sniper, who turns out to be a girl. There you go. Yeah. Yeah, because there's a bit where they're running down, not on that, but on the earlier bits, they're running down the road doing the marching, whatever, and you can see an English fucking sign. I don't suppose if you're not from England, you might not realise, but yeah, if you're English, you spot this English sign, traffic sign. Full Metal Jacket is well worth watching, Oliver. Kadira said, did you get a chance to see Bat 21? No, not yet. Not yet. It's the ending I really like, when they're walking through the destroyed city, singing the Mickey Mouse club song. Kind of summed up the whole thing. Good ending, though. I do like that. 64 System said, come and see as a realistic film. I think they used original equipment, both sides, and the director was at least a real partisan back in Model 2. Right, I'll look at that one. Well, I'm sure I've looked that up recently. Oh, yes. That comes up all the time. Yes, come and see. Yeah, that's classed as one of the scariest non-horror films you can watch, or something like that. And that's often recommended to me all the time. Come and see. I knew I recognised that name. That's always recommended to me as a really scary, horrible film that's not actually a horror. Who Dares Wins? I love it, Oliver. I've done a film review on that. Object History, you're right. I'm going to watch your video later about your new book. Robert, Object History, is writing a new book soon, by the way, everyone. Once I've watched it, I'll probably share your link for you, mate. I've been sort of babysitting all day today, and I clicked on your video, and I clicked on the link as well to go to the fundraiser. But I couldn't actually do anything at the time because I was babysitting all day. Yeah, I hope that goes well, and I'll help you out with that, with a link share and all that, and a mention. Yeah, I met Matt said it's great people on, love their films. You can't beat a good film discussion. I don't think it's nice to have a good film discussion, see what people like, especially when we're all probably similar minded in our films. 1917 I've not watched either. Yeah, Platoon, got to love that. Oliver said, have you seen the TV series of Ant Middleton? No, I've not seen that. But I've watched documentaries with the SAS where they showed pretty much all that stuff before. It's just they weren't doing it with the public. Object History said, thanks. It's not weapon related, but will help fund my next weapons book. No, it seems. I'll tell you what, it seems very interesting still, though, Robert. IDP said, Mike, do you mind reading subtitles? If you, I've got nothing against. I love films with subtitles. Yeah, some of the best films I've ever seen have been subtitled. Yeah, I've got no issue with subtitles, Rob. He said, if you don't mind, come and see with the subtitles on. It's better than the dubbed. Yeah, subtitles is always better than dubbed. Yeah, no, subtitled films don't bother me in the slightest. I've got quite a few films that are subtitled. So I'll definitely check that out. Not seen The Trench either, Zed, I don't think. Simon, you're right, mate. It's an easy ride. That I've not seen either. Yeah, Silent Green. Liam said, what was that horror film I watched this year about the zombie trench? Was it Trench 11? I can't remember, Liam, in all honesty. Hacksaw Ridge, I've not seen. The only thing with SAS Who Dares Wins, it's the sort of I don't like those. I love the SAS and all of that. I don't like those kind of programs where they're sort of got the public in or celebrities in for some reason. I just don't like those kind of programs, really. I don't know what it is about them. When they're sort of putting people to, I don't know, just something I don't like about them. Rachel, I apologise for putting all your windows through the stuff you said. You have about 9 years in, mate. Oh, on the interactive film, yeah. I'll be honest with you, some of that stuff was true as well that I was apologising for. Maybe I was just venting and getting real apologies out. But genuinely, some of those apologies was real. You'll have to guess which ones are. Yeah, World War One horror would be good. Do you know any World War One horror films apart from what's it called? Death Watch. Death Watch is good. Have you ever seen the extras to Death Watch and what one of the deaths would have been? They couldn't afford to do it in the end, but one of the deaths in Death Watch was going to be like a lot better than they could do. Basically, someone was going to get barbed wire wrapped around them until it crushed them and made them sort of explode, but they couldn't do the full effects in the end. RDP said, have you seen Dead Snow? No, I've not seen that either. I have periods where I go off things. I've not watched any zombie films for ages. I went off them for a while. It was just getting too much. I was watching zombie film after zombie film after zombie film, and it was getting to the stage where it was just shit after shit after shit, and it put me off for a while. Oh, was it Death Watch then? Oh, that's a pure coincidence then. Yeah, Death Watch was good. That's a very good film, that. Yeah, World War One version. I'll tell you what I would like to see. Now, this does exist, but it's not very good. I would like to see a really well-made Western zombie film. Yeah, cowboys versus zombies, but a good one, because there are a couple, but they're really low-budget crap things. I'd like, all of the sort of zombie tropes, all of the Western tropes. Maybe some kind of Indian burial ground, that causes zombies, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, I think that'd be excellent. That'd be my ideal Western, not Western, zombie horror Western. As I say, it does exist, but not very well done. Object History said, Dead Snow. I want to watch that. It supposedly, Rob, it's supposed to be very good. Liam said, that's good about zombie infested trench. Yeah, be decent, wouldn't it? Matt said, has zombie ever been a substitute dartboard? I don't think he has, I don't think he has. The Gaming Den, you're right. He said, I just ordered a katana off of Blades UK. I've seen your video. Great stuff. You make videos. Oh, thank you, the Gaming Den. I'm glad that helped. Yeah, there it is there, my one. You won't be disappointed. They do very good stuff on there. So I'm glad to help. Oh, what? The apologies. Yeah, he said some of them are too. You mean all of them? Dad said, have you seen Pride and Prejudice and Zombies? No. Again, I've heard of that, though. Screamers, I have seen some of that with Peter Weller. Yeah, that's who plays Robocop, isn't it? I should check them out, Gas Goblin. So you might like Outpost 12, I think I've seen, though. No, Outpost 1 and 2, sorry. Not Outpost 12, is it? I've seen Outpost 1. Frankenstein's Army sounds really good, but I don't think it's as good as I was hoping it'd be. Jim said, Dead Snow's not bad, something a bit different in the zombie genre. Oliver said, I saw an awesome zombie film recently, but sadly I was too drunk to remember the title. Death Proof. I love that. Yeah. It goes a bit weird at the end. I wish they stopped it after he before the end happens, if you know what I mean. But that's part of the sort of weirdness of it. But yeah, I really like Death Proof. Kurt Russell, being, he's fucking really good in that. Liam said, I think there was one called The Bunker. Oh, no, actually, maybe. I may have seen The Bunker. I don't know which one I've seen. Or I may have seen both. I don't know. Alex Saint said, Mike, have you considered going metal detecting? You know what? I never have been, and I don't really think about it, but there is a metal detector here that I could borrow. Yeah, Matt's got one, and my brother-in-law's got one, so I probably could borrow one. And I actually know potentially where some coins are. because we dumped them there. Because we thought it was money, and it turned out it was all foreign coins, so it was no fucking good. Yeah. I'm not going to tell you no more than that, but yeah. We thought we had a load of money, and it turned out it was all foreign coins. Gaming Den, I assume all those firearms in the back are deactivated, considering getting a shotgun license in case things get bad. Yeah, they're all like deacs. That's actually a banner, but behind the banner is actually really what you see there. So I have to cover them up for live streams. Yeah. Sparrow said, Stuntman Michael Legend. I love the almost tying to Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. You'll have to. I may have missed that. Then what happens? What is the almost tying with that? Then is it just to do with the stunts and that, and what's his name? Brad Pitt's character. A Midnight Clear. Never seen that, but yeah, I like both of those. But yeah, Stuntman Mike, what a great character. Yeah, Zed's just hidden your comment. The Gaming Den, just in case that was took the wrong way. You never know who's watching. It might sound like it could sound dodgy if that makes sense. Yeah, you got to be careful sometimes what you write because you never know who's watching. Jamie said, what's the pride and joy of your collection? Sadly, I like to fucking destroy all my best fucking things. A lot of these I don't have quite a sentimental feeling to the ones that I had to fucking get rid of. What's my pride and joy? Don't know. Most of them ain't even that sentimental nowadays. Just moving like that to see these ones behind me. There's certain ones I would never sell. I don't know, you know, Matt. Or was it? No, that was Jamie, wasn't it? I don't know, Jamie. Matt said, Mike, would you do a drunken memoirs only chat one? Like, possibly. I don't know about drunken, because I have to be very fucking controlled with that kind of stuff. But I will definitely do it, and I'll definitely do the road roller story. It's just sometimes I prefer it if it just comes up by coincidence, if you know what I mean, rather than making it happen. But I will do a video on that. But yeah, I think so. Maybe one day. It'd have to be early on before I get too drunk though, so that's not staying too much. So that's why it'd be better if I can scan this stuff out and oh, I get you. Sorry, yeah, not that I'm drunk, but about the drunken stories. Yeah, I get you. No, I'm not on the vodka tonight, Rob. Why? What have I been doing? It's because I'm out to read these things out so quick. Steve said, only on here for a few minutes. Just wanted to say your interactive movie was loads. Thank you, Steve. Cheers, mate. And here's a Death Wish movies. Can't take them serious. Watch them for all the wrong reasons. I love the Death Wish films. Yeah, they're really good. The first one's quite serious. The second, all the rest are sort of more into. Well, when it gets like the third, it's like insane. Sparrow said, in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Kurt Russell's character is a stunt called. Oh, of course he is, isn't he? Yeah, sorry, I missed that. Fuck's sake, yes. Do you know what? I must not have registered that when you said it. Of course he is, isn't he? And stunt woman that owns a death proof. That was on the bonnet of the Vanishing Dodge. Sorry, I completely forgot about that. Yeah, you know what? I completely forgot that was bloody in it. Yeah, that he was in it. Yeah. Unless I didn't register that was supposed to be Stuntman Mike. Or is it? Yeah. Or is it could have been sort of thing? I don't know. Oliver said, What We Become is a very good zombie war movie. Took me by surprise. Comes from Norway. All right, Oliver, I'll look into that one. Zack Attack said, recently I got a deactivated Type 56 stamped AK. It's now a pride piece in my collection. Object History, Death Wish, original classic. Yeah, it's brilliant, isn't it? Yeah, I've got Death Wish. Where would that be? That's up there. And I've got the rest of them on. I've got all the rest on VHS, I think. Yeah, I don't know what the pride of my collection is nowadays. As I say, I had to fucking destroy most of my favourite bits. because of, you know, legal reasons, and because, you know, most people would probably be able to keep them and wouldn't have no issues. Maybe one of my air rifles, I don't know, because my BSA Lightning is, you know, I got that for my 18th birthday, and that still looks virtually brand new. James, it is an idea. When all the Chrome stuff is over, we should all meet once a month in a pub. Form a little weapon collector. Well, that's been mentioned. Yeah, we'll see about that. But that's a good idea. Oh, what's it, Liam? I never registered that. Good old Michael Winner. RDP said, have you seen the videos of slabs getting drunk and talking about history? I saw one of a girl who plays Apprentice in Criminal Minds. No, I've not seen them. Robert, they're good then, are they? I know of them, though. That's it, Objective. Yeah, Michael Winner, isn't it? Yeah, he's an American movie, but Brit directed it, yeah. Yeah, Michael Winner directed the first. Did he? I know did he direct all of them? I know he definitely did the first three, or definitely did the first one and the third one. He may have done all of them. I can't remember. Or was it just the first three? Liam said the Stug. Maybe but people always talk about films in any of the relevant channels. That's it, Liam. No, I think you're right. I think Michael Winner did the first three, and 4 and 5 were different directors. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the third one was Michael Winner's last one. I would agree with you there. Yeah, he said Winner did the first three, I think. 4 and 5 were different directors. Oliver said, I think the Death Wish films were banned or something in the UK. I'm not sure. Ken Dew said the third one is that one with the ginger guy who beats up Charles Bronson's best friend. That one is hilarious. It's him running around with that fucking machine gun. Great big fucking machine gun with the bloke running along with him, feeding the fucking belt into it. It makes me laugh. And you know, leather jacket. But I think they're excellent films. You know, I think the first one is quite a serious film, and I like that. You can watch the first one quite seriously. The rest of them go a bit mental, as I say, but you watch them, you know, a bit of tongue in cheek. But I like them. I really like the Death Wish films. I like Charles Bronson as well. Zed said to Oliver, I don't think so. I saw the first one in cinema just after it came out. It was no more violent than Dirty Harry. Oh, that was about the Death Wishes potentially being banned. Liam said, yeah, Death Wish 3 is Bronson versus the creeps terrorising the neighbourhood. Yeah, exactly. Jamie said, my pride and joy is a handkerchief signed by World War II soldiers from different regiments. Also, the World War II electric air raid siren and an old spec SMLE cruciform bayonet. Oh, you just have made me think, actually. Yeah, there are. Like my dad's Fairbairn Sykes fighting knife. That you know, I would go into a burning house to get that. You know what I mean? So yeah, maybe something like that. The sentimental things. That's what I meant. A lot of this stuff isn't quite as sentimental for me now. It's just my weapons. A lot of it don't have any sentimental things apart from the stuff I bought for my birthday and stuff that was my dad's. I would, you know, be prepared to go into a burning house for that. But most of my other stuff, I'm not really that fussed. You can all be replaced. RDP said, Drunken History, they're on YouTube. I've heard of them. I have heard of those. Yeah, Schindler's List. Bloody good film, but I knew I didn't want to watch it again. Yeah, Schindler's List is good, Simon. I have seen that. I've said 90% of the population agreed to Death Wish films. Suppose I missed my air Magnum rifle. Scotland got tougher air laws. Shame, isn't it? The Dirty Harry films, I've never seen those properly. Liam said, yeah, Death Wish 1 is quite a gritty, horrible vigilante movie. As they went on, they got crazier. Suddenly 5 is quite tamed down. Yeah. Would have been great if 5 was completely over the top. Yeah. Which one's the one with the remote controlled blow up football? Or, yeah, the remote controlled bomb football. That's 5. I think Bronson was getting a bit too old to do the fighting in that one, wasn't he? But as I say, I am I fixed your dandruff problem. Yeah, fuck's sake, what a fucking catchphrase. Oh, Christ's sake. Well, that's interesting, Zed. Zed just said, yeah, Fistful of Dollars was supposed to star John Wayne, but he turned both of them down. Clint Eastwood got the parts just as well, in my opinion. I agree with you there. I liked John Wayne, but them films wouldn't have been the same with John Wayne in. Archetype said all Paul Verhoeven movies are good. Yes, I agree with you there. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. What's that? Total Recall, RoboCop. I was watching last night. Sharon Stone film Fatal Attraction. Alex Saint said, I've got a spare 80 quid. Want to spend on something nice, but don't know what to spend it on. Do you like knives? Get yourself a nice big Bowie knife. See if you can get a Bowie knife about as big as this. This ain't got a handle on it. This is for me to make one. See if you can get a Bowie knife about that big. That's for me to make. It's a blade blank, that one. Right, Ron. I said Dead Man's Shoes is way heavier though. Oh yeah, well Dead Man's Shoes is more serious. Well, Death Wish is serious. They're quite different films, but I am a very big fan of Dead Man's Shoes as well. Though, yeah, The Warriors, that's a classic for me. And a lesser known one is The Wanderers. I quite like The Wanderers. That's another American, like 1950s American gang. I don't know if it's 50s or 60s or something. American gang film. I always like The Wanderers, and The Warriors is good. Liam said Richard Harrison was second choice after Eastwood. Weird he only went on to do B movies. Yeah, it's a shame, really, isn't it, Richard Harrison? Yeah, he was quite good. I think Eastwood was the better one, though, for all of that. Starship Troopers I've seen once, and I did like it. Must rewatch that. It's up to you, Alex saying, I don't know. You can get a nice big. It all depends what you like, but I'm into my Bowie knives at the minute, or any knives. I'm making Bowies because that tends to be what you get most blanks in. Yeah, I would do a lot of other knife builds, but most of it seems to be Bowies and like bushcraft knives. Kenjiro says Stephen King's It, not the new crappy one, but the only thing that spoiled it. It was a damn spider. Yeah, I like the original It. Yeah, what I like about the original It is there's nothing added in it. There's stuff missing from it, but in the original It, there's nothing added. With that new one, they've added a load of stuff and changed bits around that weren't in the book. It's probably got better special effects in it. I've seen the first one of the remake, but I actually prefer the original, and I think the actors was better. Yeah, I prefer the original one. Maybe that's just my age, though, and I saw that first. Object History said, my friends and I rented The Warriors over and over again when I was a kid, back in the pre-Blockbuster days. Ah, nice one, Object History. Yeah, I've got The Warriors up there on DVD. And yeah, we used to have that on VHS. How we got that on VHS, when I was a kid, they used to, in the papers, they used to do this thing where you could, you sent off for like 10 DVDs. No, not DVDs. You'd send off for 10 VHS videos. And then you paid after you got them, and you only had to pay for one. Well, I was like 10 at the time. And they didn't even check. So we'd get all these videos, you know, like The Warriors, The Wanderers, Commando, loads of 18 films, you know. And then my mum and dad would get these letters saying, you know, you owe us money for these films. I don't think they ever paid for them. We got nearly all our video collection. Me and Malcolm doing that as kids. Because it was free post. You didn't even have to put a stamp on it. Carl said, can anyone help me with airsoft laws? RDP, can you help him? You know your stuff about that, don't you? What is DUF Prince Albert in a can? That one's going over my head there, Leon. Or is that a reply to a comment I've missed? Carl said, what's your favourite wood to use for handles? Is that what you're saying there? Anything I can get my hands on at the minute, because I don't really have a lot of choice, so I just have to use what I can find. But I've got some nice wood that I use. Oh, yeah, as you know what I'm like, that's gone over my head. You can quote for my favourite films, and I often miss them. What was I saying? Handle material, anything I get my hands on. But what my old front door was made of, which is slightly red wood, lovely for making handles out of. It shapes really well, but it holds together and doesn't split. Right, JBO, change your name again. JBO Bits and Bobs. Nice one, mate. Good to see you on, though, Jim. Object History said VHS Club. Great story. There's a fun YouTube video where the principal gang from the Warriors dress up and ride the subway at Coney Island as middle-aged men. I've seen that. Yes, I've seen that. Well, yeah, that's good, isn't it? Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah, that's good. Kenjira said, Tremors reminds me of your room with Bert. I'm pretty sure, Kenjira, that's who inspired me and Malcolm to do that, because you'd never really seen things like that. I would say, yeah, I'm pretty confident it was Bert's basement wall that made me and Matt do that originally. But this is like the 4th version of our gun walls, maybe 5th. RDP, are you on? I'm going to leave it capitals. I'm not fucking getting rid of this. I didn't realise the fucking capitals was on. Cap locks was on. You're right, Jim, by the way. I don't know if I said loaded. Oh, yeah, no, I did, didn't I? Then said, have you seen Rollerball, the original one that is? No, that's with James Caan, ain't it? No, never got around to that either. Is that good? You'll be surprised. There's quite a few classics I've not seen, but I want to. That's all right, RDP. I think he wants ignore the caps. I didn't realise I was on until afterwards. Can you help Kyle under you? He wants to know something about airsoft laws. I don't know nothing about them. He had a turtle head broken out. Fuck's sake. Oh, if it was a good one. No. Turtle head, that's one that always makes me laugh. Oh, I watched that then, Ted. Kendira said Rollerball's a boring movie, but still own it on Blu-ray. Who asked? It was Kyle the Dalek. Rob. Ron said, hear me out, Mike. Cat in a Hat. As the It Clown. Starring Adam Sandler. For fuck's sake. Is that worth watching, is it? Carl, ask RDP your question. He's here now. But turtlehead poking always makes me laugh. That's one of those sayings that always makes me laugh. Well, the only thing with Pennywise, technically, he could turn into anything. I don't know. We'd need to know a bit more about art's sort of lore, if you know what I mean. Is he indestructible? Video Base said, have you seen Balls of Fury? That ping pong film. No, I've not. No. Nah, you'll be surprised as well how many comedy films I've not seen. There's a lot of American comedy films I don't watch. Well, English ones either. I like comedies, but I don't know. I prefer sort of. It's hard to say. Like I like comedies, but sometimes I prefer like a horror comedy than an outright comedy. I'll tell you, the last comedy film I bought was Napoleon Dynamite, which I love. That is an American comedy. I love Napoleon Dynamite, but I don't buy a lot of them for some reason. Liam said art certainly isn't normal. Can be summoned by watching the VHS tape and by being run over, stabbed. Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, it might be a very long fight. Conjurers of Westworld kind of reminds me of Rollerball. The atmosphere. I like Westworld. Alien Covenant, very good. Have you seen that new thing, Oliver? That is it Ridley Scott's doing? Raised by Wolves, I think it's called. That looks fucking brilliant. I keep watching the trailer on that on here. RDP, oh, that's replying about the laws. Right, I'll look up Cat in a Hat trailer. Oh, Cat in a Hat, it's trailer. All right, sorry. I didn't know you meant that. I'll look that up then, Ron. Oh, Cat in a Hat, it's trailer. Now I get you. Sorry, I was getting mixed up then. Oh, nice. Do you know what? I may have actually seen that. I'm going to click it and it'll be on my watch history now. Yeah. It 2017 trailer, but it's Cat in the Hat. There you go. Yeah. I'm actually watching it now, but I won't watch all of it. Never watched Rush Hour, Doug. Video Base said, my favourite films are action adventure films. I'll watch other ones, but always go back to that. Ryan, you're right, mate. He said, Love, Honor and Obey, Ray Winston. Yeah, Love, Honor and Obey. I've not watched that. That's got Ray Winston, Denise Van Outen in it, isn't it? That is made by Ray Burdis, who made the Cray Twins film and a comedy TV series called Operation Good Guys. Yeah, Ray Burdis is a good director, actually. Don't do a lot, though. I think he does more TV stuff now. Liam said, literally easier to buy a Ruben rifle than an airsoft gun. Ain't it mad? It's mad. Zed still, I still think With Nail and I is one of the great comedies. I'll be honest, Dad, With Nail and I is probably one of my favourite fucking films. Yeah, I love that. Yeah. You can't beat With Nail and I for what it is. You know, yeah, fucking amazing film. I love With Nail and I. In fact, now you've said that, I must buy that on DVD because I've only got like a ripped copy of it. Like it's on a DVD, but it's not actual. I had to copy a DVD. I might see if it's on Blu-ray. I love With Nail and I. Amazing. There's so many funny bits to that though. When he's in the fucking pub and they're getting, he's in the toilet. Oh, that whole scene when he comes out and With Nail saying about his wife's pregnant, he's got a heart condition. Brotherhood of the Wolf. No, is that a new one? Old one's there? Jamie said, have you seen the first Tremors? I have seen Tremors, yeah, because I was saying that's probably where I got the inspiration for that. Sam, you all right, mate? Are you planning on doing some more acting type videos? You have a real talent for it. Well, thank you, Sam. I think I will. I don't know regularly, but I'll definitely want to do another one of those interactive movies. I do find it quite fun, and people seem to enjoy it. So, yeah, I'm glad people enjoyed it, and I'm glad, people have given me a bit of confidence with it. Yeah, I'm glad you lot liked it. But I've got no real experience in it. I've watching films and thinking, oh yeah, you could do that way, you could do that way. But yeah, I think I will. Death Race 2000. We mentioned that a couple of weeks. I've never seen that either. Sam said, I worked in the education, head of drama. Really wanted to get the sixth formers to do a production of With Nail and I, but wasn't allowed to. Bloody hell. Yeah. You imagine that? That'd be great, though. Oh, it's hiccuping. Yeah, that'd be great. Jim said, I remember Operation Good Guys. Love the episode with the little specky one. I'd take a shit in his sports bag. Yes. Yeah, it's great. And I've had Operation Good Guys for quite a while on DVD, and I watched it the second time a couple of months ago. Jim, it's good, isn't it? Good series. All right, Jed, I'll look into that one as well. RDP said, if that guy... Oh, no, that's about the guns, isn't it? I'll let you have a chat about that. I don't need to read them ones out. Video Bay said, I did a BTEC film study. Yeah, nice one. Nice. Yeah, I've got no experience in filmmaking apart from, or any lessons on it. Apart from watching films and watching DVD extras where they show how they make things. Good night, dear love. Take care, mate. Yeah, message me when you're ready with anything. There's no rush. But I think I definitely will do other stuff. Yeah, there's the hand there. There's the chainsaw. It's too bright when I do that. All right, RDP. Rob. Yes, I didn't know whether you was chatting solely to Kyle. RDP said, if that guy sold an RIF, which is realistic imitation firearm, that's what that is, isn't it? To someone who does not hold a UCARA, then he's legally done wrong. Only sell to UCARA holders. But basically, there's no department regulating this, as it's not a government enforced law. That's interesting. William, William, stop a minute because you'll get blocked. You can stay on if you haven't already been blocked. I don't sell guns. None of my guns could kill anyone. Have a chat with us, William, before you go too bizarre. None of my guns can kill anyone. And I've never sold a gun that could. I'd just get rid of him now. Fuck it then. I'll do it. But yeah, there's nothing illegal here. Yeah, there you go, Liam. Liam is weaponless stuff is saying to you, why waste the police time? Yeah, there's nothing illegal here. Everything, well, in fact, if you look, that's just a banner. It's not even real. To be honest, that was probably just a troll anyway. Like a proper troll. I sometimes try and give them a bit of a chance. But yeah, bizarre, isn't it? I suspect that was an actual troll though. Literally talking bollocks. But there is nothing illegal. What you're looking at there's nothing illegal there at all. Everything I own is legal. Been looked at by the police in 2017 or 2018, I think. Can't remember what it was. Not long ago though. Yeah, it's all legal anyway. So you would be wasting police time, William, and then would probably get done yourself, and probably some kind of fine or criminal record. JBO said, never a dull chat one. Yeah, exactly. Fucking hell. Matters, isn't it? Jamie said, how many years have you been collecting? Oh, over 25, 30 years probably. Not 30. 25 years. I haven't been collecting since I was 10. But maybe 15. Yeah, 25 years probably. Really said, just shaved the bum fluff off my face. Liam said, if I just came on, I'd be more worried about the chainsaw and the severed hand. Yeah, exactly. You missed that. It's weird how some people just... Well, as I said, I suspect that was just a full-on troll. Alex Saint said, I'm guessing the 90s was better to now. For buying stuff, yeah. For buying and owning stuff, yeah. The 90s and was a lot better. Zack Attack says, Mike, what's your movie again? See if I missed any hints to movies. I just won't see, because it was a, yeah, just won't. I just want to see it. It's a work of art. Well, thank you. I know my acting and all that. I might actually watch a couple of videos to get a bit of acting tips. I'll tell you what, though, if I do a second one, it will be better than the first one, I suspect, because the more you do it, the more experience you get, the better you can get at these things. So I think I definitely will. I know what to do and what not to do now. You know, I'll be able to perfect lighting. I know about, you know, doing the lighting a bit better now, stuff like that. Yeah. RDP said, those people don't know the laws regarding airsoft. They're different to replicas and air rifles. They're not up to date with the regs. If you try and tell them, they won't listen. Yeah, you're 100% right there, Rob. But you'll be surprised. A lot of people buying and selling these things don't know it, and half-time police don't know either. Liam said we had a shitload of idiots on my stream earlier. I reckon the heat was doing it. Could have been. What did you name your stream earlier? I know that makes a difference with yours. I was on it, wasn't I? No, I was on for a bit, wasn't I? Or was I? Yeah, no, I was, wasn't I? I just didn't watch it all. I said, do you own a Desert Eagle? I used to have a blank phone Desert Eagle, but I sold it years ago. And you said nothing illegal at all apart from that hand and where it goes. That don't go nowhere apart from laying on the sofa. Am I a cat or a dog person? Dog person. RDP said also, to add to Will's comment, guns don't kill people. Exactly. People kill people. Otherwise, cars kill people, not the drunk drivers. Rivers kill people. Yeah, exactly. You know, it don't make sense, does it? James said, if you got married and your wife said it's either her or your collection, how would you take it? You'd take your divorce? Would you? Yeah. How long would it take you to divorce the bitch? I would have to make sure I married someone who didn't care about them kind of things. But I'd want, if I got married, it would have to be a woman who didn't care about this kind of stuff, but also I wouldn't, and this sounds weird, I don't want a missus who likes it though. Because it's nice to have your own hobby. You don't want to be doing everything with your missus. And it's also nice to have someone who can tell you, you know, stop spending all your money. You know, you've got to be reined in sometime. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, I'd have to have a bird who doesn't mind having that stuff about, but also doesn't like it. You know, if that makes sense. Don't want them doing the same thing. That's my opinion on it. I don't know. I prefer, yeah. Although sitting in the garden shooting with your missus would be quite good. That's just another hot day. There you go, Liam. Yeah. Stark said that guy in Liam's stream saying the ceiling will fall down. Oh yes, I remember that. That silly fucking idiot. Yeah. Object History said hobbies and spouses. Mike's right. There you go. Yeah, you want one who doesn't care but also isn't into it, sort of thing. I think it can become too much. I think. Alex said, I swear you have the ultimate man cave. Well, thank you. To be honest, it's getting bloody bigger and bigger. You know, the stuff in here, the amount of knives I'm making. I'm going to have to do another board soon. I may have to do either a knife board there or on the other wall. I'm not sure at this point. I'd like them to be somewhere where you can see them, but there ain't nowhere on this camera angle. Dan, you right, mate? Oh, by the way, I'll be on late tonight. I don't know when, though, but I'm not going off now, put it that way. D2 said, I love my hobby, metal detecting, on my own. No misses is great. There you go. There you go. Dad said, you certainly don't want a wife who runs off with your, yeah, 18K91. There you go. Exactly. That's it. Just wear a helmet while I'm asleep with the knives above me. Carl said, what do you think about a boomerang? Oh, it's funny. I saw you comment that and I missed it. Don't know. I've not got much interest in boomerangs. I have tried a boomerang before. Couldn't ever get it to come back. Liam said, I'll be off in 5 minutes, Mike. Great stream talking about films. But that's my muscle aches, and I'm working tomorrow. Oh, forget about your working again. Yeah, it's good to have you on. It was nice to have a film chat, and it would get some film recommendations. You know, I always like the film chats. Yeah, I won't be on tomorrow, by the way, everyone. Unless I do an early stream. No, I won't even be able to do an early one tomorrow unless I did it in the day, like really early, like lunchtime or so. Gendira said, have you played Hong Kong 97? It's the best game ever. You know what? I've never even heard of that. Yeah, good night, Liam, if you're off. Oh, you're off in 5 minutes, you said, didn't you? Oh, and you as well, Peach. Simon said, the garden shooting with the missus. Too much information. Yeah, I won't be able to film that either. Well, I'll tell you what I did get recently, because I thought it sounded good. Where is it? Samurai Cop. I'll tell you what else I watched, Liam, just before you go off. A low budget horror. Daniel Isn't Real. That's either a Netflix original or a Shudder original. I can't remember. Daniel Isn't Real. Pornhub Premium. Should I upload my film onto that and add some porn sections to it? I don't know, because it'll all be solo porn things, because I'm the only actor in the whole thing. I don't think anyone wants to see that. Anybody after crossbow quivers? I've still got a fucking box full. I am supposed to be selling them to a bloke in America if I ever get round to offering them. Oh, I don't know. Yeah, Zombie could be in it, I suppose. Don't worry, it ain't happening. I ain't that desperate for money. Yeah, glad people like that little joke. Yeah, the analytics. Saying about that, I would always have to put a bit of comedy in my stuff. I watched a video earlier when they were saying to David Lynch, "Do you think you could do comedy?" Or have they never watched Twin Peaks? There's loads of hilarious bits in Twin Peaks. It must have been Netflix then, Liam, I reckon. I just knew it was an original one to one of those two things. Probably Netflix. Daniel Isn't Real. Well, that's all right. It's nothing special, but I thought it was all right. It took a while for me to get into it, and then when it started getting going, I thought it was pretty good. Yeah, asking David Lynch if he thinks he could do comedy. He does do comedy. There's loads of comedy in Twin Peaks, in a lot of his films. Hilarious bits. Twin Peaks used to get everything out of that. It'd make you fucking cry. It'd make you laugh. It'd scare you. Twin Peaks goes through the whole fucking lot of your fucking emotions. Yeah, Daniel Isn't Real. I would say it's not amazing or nothing, but it's all right. Oh, no, digging up the marrow, yeah. That's all right, that's very basket case sort of ish. Fuck's sake, Peach, yeah. Yeah, it's a nightmare when you're waiting for something, isn't it? Looking forward to something, and it ain't out. Fuck's sake. Liam. He said to him, Ray Wise is really good at playing those nut jobs that think there are fairies in the woods. I know people like that. Yeah, what sits in the field near you, don't she? And also there's one online. Well, it said, I think that's how they nearly banned deactivated firearms. They haven't banned machetes. Not that they should. Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, I like it how they nearly banned deactivated firearms, but they haven't banned machetes. Not that they should. Yeah, it's bizarre the things they sort of ban and don't ban. And it's pointless. Like the zombie knives. So let's say this was a full knife. This is legal. But if this had a green handle and said zombie killer, it would then be illegal. It's the same fucking knife. That's one of the most insane fucking laws ever. That is completely pointless. Marone Messe said, "Do you remember me now?" Yes, I do. I remembered you last time. Or didn't I? I do remember you this time. You said the same thing last time. I think I said I didn't. Kenjiro said Twin Peaks is awesome, but bet you have not seen Oliver Stone's Wild Palms. Love that miniseries, but not many people remember it. No, I've never seen that. No, never ever seen that. In fact, I've never even heard of it. I should look into that then, Kenjiro. Said the shape, make, and model makes no difference. It's a replica or it's an airsoft. The different kind of type of gun makes no difference. It's the working action inside it. Yeah, and that bow knife is designed for war, exactly, isn't it, Alex? Object History said, "We'll watch your acting video. It's next on my list." Oh, nice one, Object History. Oh, nice one, Rob. I think, yeah, watch it. You might like it. Yes, it's got 9 endings, so try to watch them all, because some of the endings are a bit like, nothingy. Some of the endings involve some of these props. So, yeah, make sure you watch all the endings. 9 endings. 9, I should say. 9. Yeah, hopefully you should enjoy it. And he said, "Nigel, got to go do some yard work before the mosquitoes come out here in Texas." Good night, Rob. Thanks for watching, mate. See you next time. I won't be on tomorrow. Vinny Boy said, "But Mike, if the knife doesn't say kill on it, then people won't know what to do with it." Yeah, go and stop using them for lack of instructions. So there you go. Yeah, I missed that point. Well, maybe if it said, I don't know, cut some cloth with it, then. Zach said, is that little knife under your arm for a boot knife? Yeah, that's a little boot knife, that is, yeah. T2 said, when I get my board out in the back garden and practice with my throwing blades, are there any laws about distance from neighbours, etc.? Old Ted, my neighbour, always goes inside till I finish. I don't think there is, T2. I don't think there's any laws regarding that. Knife throwing. And air guns, you just have to make sure that no pellets ever go in anyone else's garden, because that could get you in trouble. That's about it, really. No, I don't think there are. I always try and do all my shooting and that when no one's in, like no one's in their garden. So I just don't want to. None of my neighbours would say anything, but I don't want to disturb their peace. You know what I mean? Stephen Murray, you're right, mate. He said, "Hey, mate, I want to buy a crossbow. If I took it to the north of Scotland and into the woods to practice, would I get arrested? What is the reaction of the police in general if they see you with one?" I'm not sure there. You might get in trouble. Is any of our Scottish viewers on? I know we've got quite a few. Len, are you on? Could you help Stephen out there? Damien said, I was conned today. I paid a carman to make me a double bed. And he done a bunk. Hopefully, Stephen, someone will be on. I don't know personally, but hopefully someone might be able to help you there. Does anyone know to help Stephen there? Alex said, I understand why they would like to ban them, but a folk could easily grab a kitty knife. Exactly. You're off, Liam. Good night, mate. Video this is off. To have a hand shandy. Fuck's sake. Or, as we used to sometimes call it, a hand sandwich. Fuck's sake. Well, we only called it a hand sandwich as we used to try and get my mate to go into the sandwich shop and ask for a hand sandwich. Not a ham sandwich, a hand sandwich. And see what they would say. Marion said, guess my age, please. 19. RDP said, Carl, are you on Facebook? If so, go to WeaponCollector's page. I'll leave a comment on his page so you can find me. Then send me a message on Facebook so I can explain it properly. What would happen in England? I don't know. Depends on where you are. Depends on what part of the country you're in, Stephen, I suppose. What and where you are. Like if you're in a like a public wood, you probably could. And I don't know. Like you live in a council estate, people might not care so much. I don't know. I wouldn't risk shooting crossbows in public woods if that makes sense. That's it. Shaking hands with Mother Palm and her 5 willing daughters. Yeah, that's another one. I've still not watched Battle Angel Alita yet. Alita Battle Angel. I still want to watch the sort of 30-minute manga that was gonna be like a pilot for a film, I think. Alex said, "You've been keeping safe from all the shite that's going on right now." Yeah, I barely go out in all honesty, but not because of Corona. It's just I hardly go out anyway. So I've probably only been out properly this year 4 or 5 times. Don't bother me. Yeah, honestly, I've probably been out the house properly 4 or 5 times. Not been to a single shop this year, I don't think. Don't think, anyway. I might have at the beginning of the year, but since the coronavirus, I've not stepped foot in a single shop. But I haven't had to. Then just get someone else to do it for me. Yeah, I'm all right with most of this stuff. It doesn't really affect me. Gandira said the butchers today are dirty. They leave doors open to the flies shit on the meat. Fuck's sake. But I will get round to watching Battle Angel, Alita Battle Angel, Ted. I'm going to have to get that again, though, now, because my fucking hard drive's broken. Kyle, do you want the, do you know where to find do you want a link to my Facebook page? Or even, I could probably share a link straight to where his thing is, if you want. Oh, there you go, yeah. All right, hang on. I'll have to do this. There's my Facebook page. That's right, Rob. You know, you're helping someone out there as well, so that's good of you. What about an email? You can always pass on an email. Jim said, weirdly, I find people are more freaked out by crossbows than air rifles, just because crossbows look a bit more unusual. I think you're right there, Jim. Yeah. And they almost look a bit more threatening, sort of thing, don't they? People, because a lot of people think air rifles are sort of toys almost, don't they? A lot of people don't realise what a full power air rifle could do, you know, in the right place and, you know, reasonably close up. But crossbow, yeah, looks a bit more threatening, don't it? I wouldn't want to get caught out with a crossbow. They're hard to fucking hide as well because of how big they are. Not hide, but I am on Discord, LX, but I don't really do nothing on there because, in all honesty, I don't understand it properly, and there's too much stuff. Like I already have Reddit, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and other stuff that I have to check. But I have got a Discord, but I never really look at it. Fist of the North Star live action. I thought that was all right. But I've seen both. I've seen the manga of that and the yeah. He said Fist of the North Star live action movie is dreadfully bad but kind of good at the same time. Sorry, Gary Daniels, the bad Cockney actor, but an excellent fighter. Yeah, I quite like that film. For probably the same what you say. You know, it's sort of bad but good, isn't it? I quite like that. Combat Archery America. That's you in it, Bo. You right, Bo? Good to see you on, mate. Yeah, it's 11:15 here. Oh, glad you reminded me about that, JBO. No, I haven't. JBO said, seen anything of Bing? No, he's disappeared, isn't he? Yeah, funny thing is, I'm glad you mentioned that, JBO. I had thought about that recently, a couple of nights ago. I thought, where's Bing? He may have said he was not going to come on for a while. I'm not sure, though. Stug said, what your Reddit name? I'll give you a follow. WeaponCollector. Most of them is WeaponCollector. I've had to do my Facebook is WeaponCollector 1, though. Hang on. My profile. If you do follow my Reddit or my Twitter, though, you're more likely to see my videos because I share all my videos, majority of them on Reddit, and every one of my videos gets shared on Twitter. So if you don't get notifications for my videos, follow me on Twitter, and then you will. I do all. I'll have to show you it next time, Jamie. I can't find the key. It's locked up at the minute. Remind me next time, Jamie, and I'll get it out before. Jim said, do you watch Mike the Parky? I do. I'm sure I'm sub to him, but I've not seen any videos from him. The cheeky bastard went bow hunting for alien big cats in the UK. Police can't stop him. Because officially big cats don't exist here, fuck's sake. I must not be sub to him then, because I thought I was. Let me just check. Unless that just happens to be another channel that sounds like it. Maybe, no, it must be a different one then, Jim. It's not this bloke, is it? This is all I thought you was on about. His channel used to be called Mikey the Pikey, but it's not now. Oh, is it this bloke then? Yeah. Oh, it is then, yeah. All right, yeah. Well, it probably is anyway. Oh, fuck's sake, I just shut someone. I didn't want to. Bushcraft and fishing with a pikey. Yeah, he's not uploaded for a year. Is it him, Jim? I probably am sub to him then, yeah. Oh, nice one, Stug. They said, I was going to ask if you'd seen something, but I remember you're a fan of Studio Ghibli, so it would have been a stupid question. Well, I've not seen all of them. There's a couple I've not seen, Zed, so ask if you want. I have seen, yeah. I am sub to him then, Jim. No, ask away if you want, Zed. I've not seen all of them. You off, Kenjiro. Good night, mate. Thanks for watching. RDP said that's actually incorrect now because there's been a big cat spotted in Scotland. There's a big cat from a private owner that escaped. Ryan said, I'm off. Talk to the wife before she starts moaning. Yeah, good night, and good night, Ryan's wife, Mrs. McGrath. Good night, Mrs. McGrath. Alex Saint said, what's your best style knife in your opinion? Daggers. I fucking love daggers. Yeah. Can't beat a nice dagger. Something like this. I like a Fairbairn sights, but I ain't got one I can show you because it's locked away. But I do like a nice dagger. quite like a tanto as well. First, my first choice would be a dagger, and then it would be a tanto, and then at the moment possibly a bowie. But yeah, just something about daggers because they're designed for, you know, stabbing, and that's it really. You know, you don't use a knife for a dagger for utility things, and I like that they're designed that way. Damien said, "Have you ever fired your Spaz 12? It's so weak. I have fired it. I was going to use it for the shooting competition. It's so weak it wouldn't even penetrate paper. I think the spring's broken. Pitch Black. I've seen a little bit of that. That's Vin Diesel, isn't it? But dude, PX, right, mate? He said, I have a great film idea, a great idea for a movie, live action version of the Legend of the O thing. Yeah, that would be amazing, but I don't know. Yeah, they've remade that, you know, recently. I don't. When I say recently, maybe 5 or 6 years ago, or maybe more, maybe 10 years ago. But they remade that. I think there's a couple of versions of it anyway. But it was another animation. Yeah, Legend of the O thing. Yeah, what a film that is. T2, so I can see why some people would be freaked out about crossbows. When I used to train outdoors with my recurve bow, lots of people were very interested, not intimidated by it, and always ask questions. Yeah, can't beat a dagger. Yeah, I've got an imitation Fairbairn up there, but it's behind the thing and it's shit. But I just put an imitation one up there so that at least it looks like the other one. But yeah, I do like a tanto as well, though. Big fan of the tanto because again, it's an unusual looking blade. But there's something about daggers, though, as I say, because they're designed for one purpose only. I think that's why I've never been a fan of the K-bar. Because the K-bar is classed as a fighting knife, but to me it looks more like a bushcraft hunting knife. It doesn't look like a fighting knife. Whereas Fairbairn sights looks like a fighting knife, looks like it's designed to kill someone. And trench knives as well. No matter what the blade on a trench knife is, because of the knuckle dusters on it, it looks evil. You know, it looks like it's made to hurt someone because that's what it is. For me, the K-bar always looked like a utility knife. Jamie said, have you seen Beverly Hills Cop? Yes, I have. Where he's in the theme park. Bet you want that gun and use it. But I can't remember that bit, though. I've only seen it once, like when it came out. I've got nothing against the K-bar. I'm going to make my own poor man's K-bar soon. This would be the design. So that's what I'll be making from a blade blank. But yeah, I think that's just why I've never really been like massively into them, though, because to me they don't look like a fighting knife, whereas the others do. LX Saint said, is it worth getting some sort of dagger? Or the police have to make that? Nah, they're totally fine. Daggers are fine. Oh yeah, the stiletto. Well, I'd been thinking about it. Well, I class that as a dagger anyway. No, I had thought about that. It's just I don't know how to stick because I've got quite a few daggers I could mention because there's the boot knife there, the other boot knife there. Yeah, the lovely stiletto that Zed got me. No, I had thought about it just because there was too many to mention. D2 said to Stephen, it's on a rugby pitch. People can sit and watch in the stand. Cranbits, yeah. Cranbits are all right. Never been into them, though. Oh, no, you're joking there, though, Zed. But no, I did. That is lovely. That is a lovely thing. Beautiful. Hardy piece of the car. Where are these questions coming from? Is this something that has happened? They sell the kit to someone who plays airsoft as Yukara. But no, I genuinely did think about that. But there was too many to mention if I start going through all of them. Everyone's gone a bit quiet now. But yeah, something about daggers. Have you ever seen this one? That's a home. I made that sheath. Just coloured it the other day with some ox blood. This would be something you wouldn't see very often. Nah, I knew you was joking, Zed. Is this a Tanto tactical machete? No, not machete, meat cleaver. Tanto. No, it's not a Tanto, is it? Tanto's not shaped like that. Fucking thing's heavy as fuck. It's like old weights up. JBO, good evening to you too. Coin Seeker, how's things with you? RDP said, who would sell it for you? The police or an airsoft shop? RDP said, I thought both. Not RDP. Kyle said I thought both. That looks a lot darker on there. That's quite a nice colour, that is. It's oxblood, that. But it doesn't show up quite as well on this camera. It doesn't show you the nice, really nice red. Jamie said, how come you have to keep your stuff covered, but you're allowed to show knives? On live streams, YouTube have got a rule now where you're not allowed to handle firearms. But it also says that that's just an example of one of the things that can get you stopped live streaming. So just because I don't want to lose the ability to live stream, I cover up my guns. Even though they're not firearms, I don't own a single firearm. Their fucking stupid bots wouldn't be able to tell that what I'm holding up is an airsoft. And if I get 2 warnings in a row, one warning I wouldn't be able to stream for 6 months. 2 warnings, I don't know. I think that gets your channel shut down. 3 definitely does. Yeah. Alex said, do you inspire me to go and make a nice blade? No, yeah, do it. If you struggle to make the blades, I ain't got the stuff to make a blade. I like to buy blade blanks and then do the rest. Lewis said, I see you've recovered from that bite. Just about. Nice one, Lewis. How you doing, mate, by the way? You're on late. Crambit's hardcore, man. Looks good. Yeah, I do like a Crambit. I've never got massively into them, but again, they are they're an evil looking blade. They've only got one use really as well. Did you watch all the endings, Lewis? There's 9 endings altogether. But if you've seen the hand one, you must have seen the good endings anyway. Some endings are better than others. But if you saw that, if you've seen that, you've probably seen the best ending. I think you did, didn't you? Because you said you got the pill one first, didn't you? Yeah, you did. I remember now. Jim said to Stephen Murray, have you ever seen a Crambit being used by a martial artist? Really awesome skills. The only Crambit I've got is one of those folding, not a folding one. You seen one of these? So you hold it like that, and then you just press your thumb down. There's a lock there. Press that in, or you can flick it out. Stephen said there was an old game called Splinter Cell. Yeah, I remember Splinter Cell. UK Chaos 360, right, mate? He's not been on tonight. He's normally on, Jack. He ain't been on all night tonight, though. But yeah, good to see you on. I'm not normally on this late. Yeah, he ain't been on tonight. He comes on here with a different name. But I know it's definitely him because he's sort of cryptically told me it's him, asked me a question that only he would ask. No one in the world would ask me this question. That's why he asked me it, because he knew I would know it's him. And also, if you then go on his channel, you can see it's him anyway. There's a Dargon Forged in Fire. We was watching that yesterday. I watch it all the time, but was happened to be watching it yesterday, like fucking 10 episodes. Is really good with blades. His kill tests on those synthetic dummies or something else. Yeah, good show that. Are you at work, are you, UKKS? Bloody hell, what are you doing this late then? Zed said to Alex, no, most daggers aren't meant to be sharp. What was he saying? Oh, aren't daggers not supposed to be sharp? Yeah, they're not normally. Well, it all depends. Like some daggers are sharp. Like this kind of one is, because it's sort of a double-edged blade per se, but the Fairbairn Sykes isn't sharp. It all depends the kind of blade. The Todd Cutler stiletto there isn't. That's a triangle blade. That's not really sharp. They're made for penetrating, aren't they? Alex Sainton, I'm going to be off, Mike. See you. Have a good rest of your night. And you, mate. Thank you for watching. I won't be on tomorrow, by the way, everyone. James said, imagine a Freddy Krueger glove with cram bits. Yeah, that'd be fucking something, wouldn't it? Yeah, these little folding cram bits. They're pretty good. A bit of a novelty, but... Oh, loading wagons. Steve said, have you ever thought about BitChute? I'm on BitChute, yeah. If YouTube are getting strict on your channel. Oh, I know you have a BitChute channel. I was on it recently. If you remember rightly. You hadn't uploaded in a while. Oh, nice one, Steve. Yeah. The thing is, I don't know what's going on BitChute. BitChute should be uploading all my videos automatically when I put them on here. For some reason, it's not doing it. Oh, it is supposed to be sharp, then. Thing, I've never had a genuine one apart from the old one, and that's so old it wasn't sharp. Oh, are meant to be sharp. Sorry, yeah. Zed said no. Most daggers are meant to be sharp. All right, yeah. Sorry, I read that wrong. Yeah. But yeah, some aren't. But yeah, if you look at mine, like that is supposed to be sharp. You can see the edges on it. I suppose it all depends what you're talking about. Like that's a triangular blade. You can't sharpen it because the angles are not steep enough. T2 said JBR had loads of junk lately. A lot of coins, but not worth anything. A lot of musket balls coming up at the moment. Need to get some goodies soon. I'm slacking. That said, you checked in your book. If you, yeah, I think, yeah, I remember now, Zed. I think you get not you, but people get mixed up with the things that get said, and then can't remember which one's which. You know what I mean? But yeah, I think you're right. That is in there. Actually, I've got that book here. It was this book, wasn't it? Let's have a look. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, the problem is I go over so much fucking detail on stuff, I forget what's what half the time. The double-edged tapered blade is intended to provide excellent penetration for stabbing, but with two good edges for slashing. The full-length tang gives good strength to the knife. There you go. Confirmed. Well, yeah, I think I go over this. It's like with the knife laws and all that. I start to forget which one's fucking which nowadays. Who's off? You're off, Stephen. Good night, mate. James said, on the board behind you, what's the long thing at the bottom? That is a Warhammer. You can just see the head there. So it's a spike that side, hammer that side. Jim said, I've never been able to figure that one out. Lots of conflicting information. Mine is pointy as hell, but only slightly sharp on the edge. Yeah, that book, the Encyclopedia of Handheld Weapons, says it's supposed to be sharp. Yeah. UK Chaos said, if you're on weekend, tomorrow Sunday, can you give me a show of your triggered pieces? Sadly, I can't on a live stream. UK Chaos. On a live stream, I'm not allowed to show them nowadays. I could show you on a normal video, like, you know, if people request one, I can show you on a normal video. But on a live stream, if you handle any guns, you can get your ability to not stream. That they take you, you know, stop your streaming basically. And if you do that twice, they can take your channel down. Zed said, if you check the instruction manual on how to use it, you'll see it being used for slashing. JBO, I can't remember if I asked or not, Mike. Could you make a leather sheath for a couple of knives? Definitely. 100% I could, Jim. Yeah, definitely. If you want to show them, yeah, I'm well up for that. I've had a couple of other people ask that. It's just the issue of what knives and how I would like. And I think the easiest thing, safest thing, would be for you to do a cardboard copy of the knife, the same thickness, and then maybe measure the handle or something, or I could, you know what I mean? Because it's just getting it right for the blade without having the knives. I know you could send me the knives, but I get a bit worried that they're going to get lost or something. And then I know none of you lot would be funny about that, you know what I mean? But yeah, no, I could definitely do that for you, Jim. Unless it was stuff I already had stuff for, you know, like if I've got the same knife. But yeah, definitely, we could sort out a way to do it. And if you felt comfortable sending me the knives, well, I reckon a cardboard cutout would be better, and a measurement of the handle. Or even, you know, you could even build up the handle with cardboard. Do a cardboard replica of the knife. Send me that. Yeah. But I could definitely make some sheaths, Jim. And they would be a lot cheaper and custom. You know, you could do the design. It won't cost you more than the cost of the leather and, you know, the hour and a half labour it would be, which, you know, and even then I wouldn't even charge that much probably, depending on how long it took. I'm not one of these who charges fucking, you know, 100 fucking quid for a sheath. Where am I? RDP said Fairbairn sights are manufactured at a specific angle and can be naturally sharpened. Soldiers sharpen them to a cutting edge. I have a second pattern in a brand new issue, one bought for Commander Squaddy. UKK, I said, okay, mate, didn't know that. Too much censorship. Yeah, it's a weird new look. I think it was after there was a shooting that was live streamed. And since then, they done it so you couldn't show them on a live stream. On a normal video, I could sit in the garden shooting them. But on a live stream, no. But yeah, I could definitely sort you some sheaves out, Jim. Just email me about it if you want. Yeah, you got my email? This is my email if you want it. Yeah. There you go. There's my email if anyone wants it. I don't want to see no emails like I had last time, though. That was funny as fuck. Last time I put my email on, I went on my emails and I had some comedy fucking email from some freak show saying, you big fat gay or something on it. Do you remember? No, Stug said I haven't seen Gretchen on for a while. I think she might potentially be doing something with college or something like that. Hopefully she's all right though. I like Gretchen. She's all right, isn't she? Yeah, I haven't seen her about for a while. I'm not on Liam's either. Well, you got on Liam's, don't you? No emails. No, or now saying that, yeah. I can message now, right now, though, if you want. Yeah, I'll message now, right now. See if she's all right. Right, there's Nell message. I'll let you know if she replies. Yeah, I got Nell on Twitter, so I can message her in like 2 seconds. So I'm just reading something. Right, that's that done. Stacey, you're right. I was asking about you earlier from Matt. The black hands in my little film, that was just to represent that when you hold the box, it makes your hands dirty. So it was just to let you know that the dream was real and it really did happen because my hands was dirty. If my hands was dirty, it really did happen. Yeah. I'm glad you enjoyed it, by the way. You have a good barbecue, did you? Yeah, Matt had said you was out. Stug, yeah, if Nell replies, I'll let you know. She's replying to me right now, so she's all right. I sent Nell a message saying, all right, Nell, how's things? They're asking about you on the stream. She said, hey, just had a few crappy weeks, that's all. You still on? You might come on for a bit. And Nell's all right. She might pop on solo. Jim said, I saw a World War II veteran describing how he used a fair last night. Stabbed it through the side of the neck and then pulled it forward. I've seen that same video. See you later, UK Chaos. Take care, mate. Come on next time and I'll tell you if Jack's been on or not. Fuck's sake, Stacey. Yeah, I got there too late then. JBO said to Jim, that was the Commando comics thing of a guy describing his training and battle in France. There you go. Nell's on. There you go, Stug. You're right, Nell. Good to see you on. Glad you're all right. Yeah, we was just asking about you. So I said I'll message you. And I know I can message you quite quickly on Twitter, can't I? Stug said, did you get the Erica game yet? I've got it ready to go. I may start No Man's Sky first. So, I'll tell you what I'll do. Because Erica probably shouldn't be too long, I'll play Erica over Sunday and Monday, right? And then I'll stream it one night and we can all watch it and do the choices ourselves then. Jimmy McBowie, you right, mate? It's late on tonight, just back in. You on until 12ish? Yes, just about then. Oh, that's you, is it, James? Right, nice one, mate. I was going to say. Fuck's sake. I got to go. I'm going around my brother's house tomorrow, Mouts, for a bit of a sort of get together. I don't know what we're doing though. Yeah, good to see you on now. I hope you're going all right. Yeah. Well, I've got this ready for tomorrow. I ain't on tomorrow. I got that for tomorrow. So unless I set the computer up for afterwards, but that probably won't be till fucking 3 o'clock anyway, 3 or 4 o'clock by the time I get on. Anyone up then? Yeah, I'm going to go around Max tomorrow, and then I'm going up the field with a couple of mates, and maybe my younger brothers. Yeah. RDP said, Mike, how far away do you and Matt live from each other? Walking distance, put it that way. Walking distance, Rob. Yeah. Not far at all. And when I say walking distance, you know, like 3 minutes walk, 4 minutes, 3 or 4 minutes walk, maybe 5 minutes. But yeah, I know the video you lot are on about with the Fairbairn sites, definitely. Cheers, Matt. Yeah, I've seen that video. Just drinking and chatting bollocks, Stacey. That's all. She said, "What are you up to at the field?" Standing there, looking at the stars, looking at the, because we live on a hill, so it's quite nice. You can go up to this field, stand on the hill, and look over at the next sort of villages and towns. So you get quite a nice view. Yeah, I love that. I could stand there looking at like a nice view all night and having a drink, just chatting bollocks. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's a nice, and there should be like potentially, like if the minimum come out, it'll be me, my cousin, a mate, and my other cousin. So there'll be 5 of us at least, but there potentially could be another 2, 3, 4. So there might be about 9 of us altogether. Yeah, just stand there in a field, look at the view, get drunk. You know, talk about things. One of my mates, I ain't seen him for about, I've seen him once at a car boot sale. Before that, I hadn't seen him for like 6 years. Stonks would love going out, and I do. It's nice having a drink out in the open, especially like in a field where no one's going to bother you. It used to be my favourite times, that drinking either in the woods or drinking in a field. Jimmy said, off up to Scotland end of this month, mountains and camping. Hope the weather's better this time, mate. Oh, hopefully, mate, hopefully. So he said, I think me and Matt are going to camp out Sunday night. Need a good fire. Yeah, that'd be good. We can't have a fire in this fucking field because it's a cornfield. I don't think it'll be corn though. I think it's just grass at the minute. But last time we went up there though, my cousin Ben took a fucking barbecue up there, but not for food, purely just to have a fire in it. So you know, it was on my birthday, and the fucking flames was just, you know, because it's so windy. It was April. They're good though. I've got a video of him doing it. I'll show you this video of him in a field of a barbecue. my thing, well, I couldn't believe them. One of my younger brothers used to like having fires in the woods. I never used to like fires in the woods though, because I like a fire, but for me, a fire is a beacon for people to see you. So I always used to, you know, we used to be in the woods hiding from the police anyway. Let me see if I can find this video. Oh no, it's not on here. It's on my fucking computer. Yeah, it's on my computer. Yeah, it's just a video of 2 people sat in a field and Ben with a fucking barbecue, the wind blowing fucking massive flames out of it, and him squirting shit on it. Fuck's sake, Stacey. The cows don't like me, they chase me. There's a video on here. Did you ever see the old video of me having a drink with Ben and Daryl up the field? And these horses kept coming up to us. Yeah, keeps the midges away. That's a good idea, Jimmy. So he said my family used to call me a pyromaniac. Ah, fuck's sake. Matt said, Mike, we should have some FaceTime. Put a face to words. Oh, that'd be interesting, yeah. Yeah, because I often do wonder what some of you look like. Because I'm assuming that is Stacey. I know that's definitely Nell in her picture. Jim I've seen in videos. RDP I've seen. But yeah, there are quite a few of you. I have no idea what you look like. But, it don't matter if people don't want to. I do know what quite a few of you lot look like from liking my Facebook posts, though, because I can then go on your Facebook accounts. Stacey, that is Then said, I hear they're making a film, a load of cows running down a hill and vomiting. It's called The Sound of Music. Fuck's sake. There you go. Zeds are always on top of it. I'll give them credit for that. I must admit, I do like the ones when you catch me out as well, Zed. I actually think he's been serious. Jimmy said, slept up the top of Scaffold Pike in November with a few mates 10 years ago. Missed those more hardcore trips. JBO said, right off, night all. Good night, Jim. Sorry. Yeah, I can see who that is. It's Hando from Rumperstomper, isn't it? Is it Hando? Yeah. You have to Google that now. It's Hando, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah. Weirdly enough, I looked at his picture. Yeah, it's Hando, isn't it? Yeah. Couldn't remember for a second and questioned it. And I thought, is it? Rumperstomper is a great, great film. Yeah. It's one of the right, you get skinhead films, right? I like why I like Rumperstomper is it's a more gritty. You get different variations of skinhead films, right? You get the more. I like This Is England, but there's only sort of one hardcore skinhead in that. I can't remember his name now, but it's one that Stephen Graham plays. All of the other skinheads in it are the more sort of fashion skinheads. You know what I mean? Whereas American History X and Rumperstomper, they're the hardcore skinheads, and they make a grittier film. Yeah. Stug said, what game do you reckon my profile picture? I ain't got a clue. I would guess Stalker or Metro or Fallout. Matt said, yeah, mate, I could use my own image, but handy. Yeah, American History X is good. Yeah, the grit. There's a lot of RDP said, yeah, it's a gritty Aussie film. There's a lot of good gritty Aussie films, isn't there? Stacey said, my 7-year-old daughter likes it because it shows the futility of racism. That's another good point in that, and that's another thing with American History X. Yeah, it does. It shows. Yeah, exactly. I like that. That's a good way to put it. It doesn't really glamorize it, especially at the end. It shows. Yeah. T2 said, don't mess with cows. I had one nearly mount me in a field when I was detecting. Had to back off into the next field, fuck's sake. But yeah, there's something about Rumperstomper and American History X, yeah. Metro was it, Stug? Yeah, that's just a guess. I was just trying to, because I have sort of, I remember some of the games you would have mentioned on Liam's streams. You know what? I'm tempted to get up early tomorrow and start making that. That orange paint will be coming off and it'll be cut where that line is. RDP said, okay, it's close to midnight, so I'm going to bed, otherwise I won't get any sleep once the heat arrives tomorrow. Watch out for the cows with guns. Right, so yeah, good night, Rob. See you later, mate. Matt said, racism a weapon of mass destruction. Jimmy said, what's with cow tipping in the Yorkshire area? Jim said, what was that film with Shadwell FC supporters? ID. I had ID down the other day. Jim. It's in here somewhere. There you go. That's a good fucking film. Yeah. Yeah, good night, everyone who's going off. I'll be on for a little bit more. I could maybe do a little bit past 12. Good film, that, isn't it? There's a sequel to it, but I've heard it's shit. What, that one, Stacey? Yeah, ID. Try to find the 2000. That was that really not. That can't be. That couldn't have come. No, 1989. The DVD was 2000. 1989. I was going to say that can't be that new. Yeah, that's a really good film. Stug said, "Have you seen Stalker 2 trailer?" No, I haven't, Stug. You know, I've never played any of them. Oh, sorry, Stacey. So yeah, this one will be. This one I'm going to turn into a Bowie knife. So let me show you the piece of card. So the blade will be. The blade will be like that, but full length. And the handle will look like this. And it'll have a guard like that. So it'll be a big Bowie knife. And then I got this today as well. This is to do. See how big that is. So that'll be. I'm going to knock that guard off. Make my own bigger guard that goes up and down. Wooden handle. Make a nice leather sheath for it. Maybe put a bit of a pattern on the sheath. And turn this one into like the Crocodile Dundee Bowie. Lovely big old Bowie that is. I may go in the shed tomorrow. Depends on how hot it is. Jimmy said the ID, Football Factory, and Rise of the Futsal Desert Boys are good films. Yes, yeah, definitely. It is awful, is it, T2? I thought I'd heard it was. Jim said occasionally I have to finger a chicken if she gets an egg stuck. Trouble is, she won't stop fucking texting me 2 weeks afterwards. Fuck's sake. Matt's too pissed to write. Says, was Elmo from Brushstrokes in ID? If a young Idris Elba was in it, I've never noticed that. And Elmo from Brushstrokes, I think, was he in it? I think he might have been. I know you're on about though. Yeah, Brushstrokes. Yeah, you're gonna make me start having the bloody theme tunes that in my head. I don't know if he was though, Elmo. When I've looked up which one Elmo is, I don't know about Idris Elba either. But fuck's sake, cracks me up. Some things he asked. Surely that's a joke though. No. I've fallen for it like usual. Take everything too seriously, I do. Especially with him, I should know. Yeah, nice one, Stacey. Yeah, I quite like that song though. If you ever watch, I think it's Charlie Brooker's Screen Wipe, he's always referencing that bloody song. Yeah. I can't sing, but yeah, these things I do because of you. Yeah. Or whatever it is. I like Charlie Brooker as well, he's good. Kunk on Britain, yes. Philomena Kunk, I love her, she's great. Pity that stuff's not on more often. Yeah, I love old Kunk on Britain. When he does, yeah, so it's Philomena Kunk, and the bloke on it is Barry Shitpeas. I have watched Hobo with a Shotgun Lewis. Yeah, that's good, isn't it? I haven't watched it for a while. Sat there and watched that with my dad a couple of years ago on the Horror Channel, I think it was, or Film 4. Yeah, it's pretty good. I need to watch that again, though. Jimmy said, love the Dutch Schaefer Predator Bowie. It's some size. I'm going to do probably a version of that one day, Jimmy. Yeah, I'm going to do the Predator Bowie, Predator knives, like in make my own versions for cheap, basically, so people can, if you can't afford the real thing, you know, follow my tutorials and you'll be able to make one, because I do it. All of the tutorials I do is all with really basic tools. Most you need is an angle grinder. You can get one of them cheap, but I don't do nothing more than an angle grinder. I could probably stay on a little bit longer, maybe at most 1/4 past, but I'm quite enjoying it tonight. Yeah, I used to do 3-hour live streams all the time, and then I just couldn't do it anymore. It was getting too much. Doing a 3-hour live stream every time gets a bit much. I prefer doing them like this, where I just randomly do a 3-hour one. So I've been doing the 3-hour ones quite a lot recently, you know. Yeah, so I've got a couple of blade blanks. I got that big one. I did get a smaller blade blank, which I'm going to turn into that. So I'm going to make a poor man's K-bar, homemade K-bar. Sol, you right, mate? You just missed all the film talk we was doing, the films you would have liked. Dad said, I have to admit, I'm rather fond for my Down Under bow. Yeah, that's what I'm going to try and copy, Zed. Let me look. I keep going Dundee Bowie, but... Oh, no, it's not that one. Yeah, that's nice, isn't it? I would struggle, I think... I don't know. I could probably do something similar to that. To do the brass pommel would be a little bit difficult with the stuff I've got. I reckon I could do the guard. That is nice, though, isn't it, Zed? And I'm going to attempt to do a fuller on that K-bar. If I can perfect the fuller on that, I could probably do that one as well. Doug, I've always wanted to do a 24-hour live stream. Maybe one day. Maybe we'll do it for a charity thing or something. I would like to do that, though. I know it sounds a bit weird. I would like to do that. Jimmy said, cordless, brushless Makita angle grinders are the best. Nice. Tack 2, you're right, mate. Stacey said, if you do another multiple ending movie, we will volunteer to be in it. Thank you, Stacey. Nice one. I've had quite a few people saying they want to be in it. All right, I'll do that. And if I need more characters, yeah, I'll get some of you lot in it. Matt's already been telling me what character he wanted to do. I've got to try and incorporate that into the story first. So I may have to tell you lot what you're going to be. Yes, that is nice. Steve said, I'm back. Also meant to say earlier, in your movie, you had typed porn her and deleted it. Typed anal. Yes. Heard me peeing, did you? I don't know about that. You might have. Jim said, brass, good soft material to work with. Stainless steel is hard to work with, though. Yeah, I've done brass. I have got brass stuff. I've shaped brass into many shapes. It's just yeah, it's just I ain't got a lot of tools, so getting a threaded piece into a bit of brass might not be as easy as it sounds for me. Yeah, I'm glad you like my jokes, so I do like to put a bit of comedy into it. So I said, been up to Craig's up near, or is it Crags up near High Green and Greener side. Could see all the valleys and little villages. Oh, nice one. That sounds good. Yeah, funny thing, I was saying that earlier. I'm gonna go out in the field tomorrow and have a drink, and we can sort of see the nice general area. Jim said, pretty sure I heard you squeak one out as you left the room once. Do you mean on the movie, or do you mean during the live streams? You definitely would have heard me pissing, and there's a squeaky floorboard just as I go out the door. It's squeaky floorboards because Richard always mentions them. Because the amount of live streams, because he watches my game live streams, and I quite often have a piss during them. Yeah, when you go outside my door, there's a squeaky floorboard. Oh, the lot you have, you would have definitely would have heard me having a piss, and maybe even have a fart while I'm going. I've no shame, and also the toilet is about 3 foot outside my door. Oh, yeah, now that you'd hear the lot. Yeah, exactly. I'll have to time it, go first, but you definitely hear the toilet. Yeah. Sorry, I thought you meant something else for a minute then, Stacey, because we was on about the movie. I thought you meant you'd heard me get a toilet on that. Sorry, I'm fiddling around with knives now. Got a bit clearing up to do. Jeremy said the lady that went into the library and Tippexed all the full stops in a book. She's been arrested. She's been told to expect a long sentence. There you go. Fuck's sake. So what's everyone doing for the rest of the night? I don't know how long you not stay up for. Do you stay up late? Especially if you've been out drinking. When I have a drink, I end up staying awake till like 7 o'clock in the morning sometimes. That's why I end up drinking that whole bottle. Because I end up being up all fucking night till 7 in the morning, finishing it off till I can't keep my eyes open anymore. Let me look that one up, Steve. He said, do you have a USAF survival knife? I suspect I sold it, if that's the one I think. I've never had a real one or even a replica of it, if that makes sense. I had like a rip-off one. Wasn't very good, and I sold it. So I have had something like that. I may be able to do a version of that, actually. You say that. Because I'm going to copy the sheaves as well. So I might be able to do a version of that. I could probably make one of those out of the same one I did the saliva knife out of. You off said, good night, mate. Cheers for joining in. And I won't be on tomorrow unless I do one in the morning. Good night, mate. Jimmy said, thinking about taking up airsoft skirmishing. Any ideas of a good starter weapon, pistol and rifle? You're slightly too late, Jimmy. If you'd have been on when RDP was on, he's done actual like airsoft marshalling and that, I think, and so did Jumps Boo. They would really be able to help you. You may have to wait till next week. I can't really help you with that. Let's not do food talk this time at night. I got to go to bed soon. To a food camp. Tax said, oh, when it ends. Sorry, Zed, I didn't read. I keep missing bits. Oh, yeah, I'll be off to bed when the stream ends. So I said, going back Monday on a bike ride is going to hurt my ass because my bike hasn't got suspension. I'm up till 3 a.m. a lot, just lying around. That's what I drink and can't help. I'm missing something, so I'll stay up late. Jimmy said, got a nice Gerlach Russian Special Forces knife. 7 p.m. where you are, is it, Steve? Yeah, it's 10 past 12 here. 10 past midnight here. Yeah, I would try and help you, Jimmy, but in all honesty, I have no idea about airsoft stuff, in all honesty. But RDP and Jumbo Salbu have both worked in the airsoft sort of industry and would be able to help you there. There may be other people in the stream, I don't know, but I literally couldn't. I might have to do that, Stag. I don't know what I'd do. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, maybe I could do it. So if then, the thing is, there's too many words to do with it. Viazzi, right, mate? He said, I swear this stream is going on forever. Ain't you bored yet? Nah, I'm all right. I've only looked at this clock a couple of times. That's how I know it's a good one. I didn't look at the clock until it was 11 o'clock. So, yeah. Maybe, Stag, maybe. I don't know how it works. Oh, yeah, someone could put it on. I get you. Yeah, maybe I'll do that. I am officially eating better now. Fucking yesterday, I only ate about fucking 1,200 calories. I have that for fucking one meal sometimes. And today, I've hardly fucking ate anything. You're off, Matt. Good night, mate. But I am trying to lose weight because it's starting to affect my health again now. So if you don't want to do me a favour, let's not do food talk very late at night. I don't mind like between 10 and 11. But yeah, because it starts me off. I can't fucking control myself. Yeah, I mean, I'm honest about it. Yeah, see you later, Matt. I'll see you next time. Jim said my cat just jumped up onto my pillow and spat out a giant mangled moth. Thank you, Digger. It's a good job. I love you. Fuck's sake. Has he just been on your Stacey? I'm assuming that's what I say, Matt. Fuck's sake. Yes, I was going to say. I'm assuming that's supposed to say, "Fuck this, Matt. Fuck this hurts. Matt is so big." Ripsaw said, "I work in the industry and good starter gun. We use them as rentals. Tipman Renegades." There you go. Thank you, Ripsaw. Cheers, mate. Saul said, "You'll see Crags in the next Skinhead video." I'll watch that then, mate. The Aussie said, "Why is your name blue?" from Spanner. Yeah, because he's the moderator. That means he can sort of allow comments, get rid of some for me. Well, I think the beer's kicking in. My moth just ate cat. Well, there's yours. It was his bloody I'm deleting all the food talk. Just off it. You're not in trouble. I'll just get rid of it. Because the problem, what happens is it becomes a great big fucking, everyone starts it then. Right, all right, man, I'm going off in about 2 minutes. How do you go about becoming a moderator? You would probably have to been watching my videos for years, comment on nearly all of my videos, be someone I trust. Yeah, I don't really need any more though. So also part 7 I meant after 10 o'clock. All right, I'll watch them when they're on though, mate. I watched your tunnel videos. That's quite good. Matt said, "Mike, take care of the sacred spirit, mate." Deep poke, have it. Oh, you having a deep poke, are you? All right. Have a good night, you two. See you later, Stacey. Good night. He said you're gonna have a deep poke, so just be aware of that. Good night, Stacey. Good night, Matt. See you next time. The audience said, "Do you choose moderate?" No, I pick them. Yeah. All my moderators are people who watch all my videos, comment a lot, spoke to me for years. Some of them even have sent me stuff in real life. Yeah, it's all people I got to have known someone quite a while before. Ripsaw, you off, mate? Good night. Like I said, Liam stream is just mods, lol. Probably over 10 of them. Yeah, exactly. Liam streams are good, but some of his mods are a bit what would you describe it as? Ban happy. Things I've seen people get banned on Liam streams for some of his mods. Bloody hell. That's why I couldn't have some of them on here. I was going to let some of them be mods on here, but half my regulars would be getting banned, I think. The said, "Well, time for bed, so enjoy your night. Get good fucking sleep, because I know I need one." Oh, I always sleep well. That sounds a bit weird. I always sleep well. So good night, mate. Have a good sleep. Stay safe, overzealous. Fuck's sake. Good night, mate. Have a great night tomorrow. Yeah, get the tables, Diesel. Yes, Matt probably would. Yeah, tyrannical mods. There you go, Stagger. I think that's the right word. Don't say that. They'll catch you saying that, and then when you go on these, you'll be blocked. But Jim said you're always in the background moderating Liam's moderators, though. Exactly. Yeah, I used to have to tell some of them off because they were bloody blocking people for like nothing. But you know, I suppose that's, you know, I sit there in the background watching. I think that it's become a thing where they do block people very easily. I see some of my regulars go on there and I think, oh, they're going to get blocked. I'll have to unblock them. So also, did you see the abandoned warehouse video? I did see that, yeah. I disturbed it by accident, did you? I didn't see that bit. I'm as Spartan said, name your favourite horror. Proper scary or comedy or any. Possibly my favourite horror, which I can never get anyone to watch, is Martyrs. Every time I've ever said to someone, watch Martyrs, no one ever watches it. And it has nothing to do with what you'd think Martyrs. You know, when you hear Martyrs, you think, oh, you know, Iraqi bombers or something. It's nothing to do with that in the slightest. Martyrs. It's Spanish, though, I think, or French. Do not watch the remake either. The remake is total fucking horse piss. Never, ever watch the remake of Martyrs. The original Martyrs, which is foreign, is genuinely one of the best serious horrors I've ever seen. Another one would be Brain Dead, or Dead Alive, as they call it in America. Sol said we went back a few days after, and that's when we found it. Let me look it up quickly, Stug. Yeah, 2008. But it's got, don't look nothing of it up either. Don't look no pictures up of it. Don't look anything up about it. You will have to watch it in subtitles though. Yeah, 2008 Martyrs. Don't look up anything. Just watch it. I watched it completely blind, right? You know, like not knowing anything about it. And I genuinely couldn't stop thinking about that film for at least 2 days. And I mean, constantly thinking about it all my waking hours. 2 fucking days. Yeah, that's how good it was. Martyrs. They remade it and changed the end. And the end's probably the best bit of it. And be aware, it changes slightly. You know, like, as we were saying, like Full Metal Jacket is like 2 films. Starts off as, you know, the training film, and it goes to the full Vietnam film sort of thing. Well, Martyrs starts off like a horror film, and then it turns into a revenge thriller horror film, and then it turns into something completely different, which I'm not going to say. Personally, I thought Martyrs was one of the best films I've ever seen. Yeah, you will have to watch it subtitled though, and I think it is French. And definitely don't watch the remake. But I can't ever get anyone to watch it. I think people hear the word Martyrs and they think it's 2008. Yeah. Yeah, it's not called Martyrs 2008, but it's 2008 Martyrs, and it's French. But don't look up anything about it. Just watch it. I'll read you a little bit that how it's described. A young woman's quest for revenge against the people who kidnapped and tormented her as a child leads her and her friend, who is also a victim of child abuse, on a terrifying journey into living hell of depravity. But I genuinely, there's something about it. I couldn't stop thinking about it when it finished. Which one? There, do you mean? That's a Tramontina Bolo machete. The one I'm showing here, this is, I don't know where this is from. This is possibly American or South American, El Salvador. Let me know if you watch Martyrs though next week, because and tell me if you liked it as much as I did. Fuck's sake, said I nearly didn't get that. Tomata. That's actually a good one. You're off now. Good to see you on, by the way. Yeah, thanks for coming on. We was wondering about you. So I was in my favourite horror movie is Fred's. No, really, Fred's is one of my favourite because it's set in my home city. Ah, nice one. And I see places I go to regular. Village High Green. We even mentioned it. Ah, nice one. So I didn't know that. Mr. Cheesy, right, mate? I have seen Leon. I even did a film club video on it. I've done a review on my channel about that. Ah, nice one, Stug. Watch it and let me know. Yeah, see it up there, look, Stacey. Yeah, thank you, Stacey, and good night. Yeah, have a good night. I've got to go off any second. You know what, Jimmy? I've just downloaded Henry Portrait of a Serial Killer. I've read all about Henry Lee Lucas back in the day. Yeah, I love old Henry Lee Lucas. He's fucking total freak show. But yeah, I've just downloaded that. I'm going to watch that soon. Not tonight or tomorrow. Maybe I'll watch it. Nah, I might watch it tomorrow. But it'd have to be in the day. Right, I better go off. It's 12:20 and people are asleep here. I'm reasonably quiet anyway, but you know what I mean. It's late. Right. Cheers for watching, everyone. I appreciate it. Like the stream before you go, please. I won't be on tomorrow night unless I do one in the morning, which is pointless, really, isn't it? Yes. I might put a video on tomorrow, though. But yeah, cheers for watching, everyone. I enjoyed tonight. It's good. Yeah. All right. Hope you had a good evening. I'll see you all later. See you soon. See you next week. And in a normal video. A couple of normal videos in a week. Good night.